And we're back with our party having gone to the stronghold in the Fey realm of Dune. There they learned that the enemy pulling the strings, it seems to be one step ahead of them. He's called together his other agents and they have some sort of a weapon, and they needed one of the party members, realizing Nala was the key to finding Lord Oberon, the Lord of the Beasts, and realizing that she was actually in the castle, or well, near the castle with them. They are now searching for Nala, who got drunk and is now hiding out somewhere. With that, the party seems to be standing in the middle of the town square, a little confused. So with that, what are you guys going to do, realizing that Nala is public enemy number one for these people, and you led her right to them?
Remind me, do Alticles and I know... We don't know who Nala is, I know, but do we know that they're after her?
Yes.
Seeing as how you all have come back together, yes, I would imagine Dove and Cortinius would share that.
They're after Nala. They shared that. The other little bit was not
just double checking
at all, except between Dove and Court, who had a look / conversation.
Court was sitting on Dove's shoulder that whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah, just want to say, if we had sent Nala in there, this would be a very different session.
I mean, this would be a totally different session.
I was kind of hoping for that, actually. Like, oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay.
And then look what happened.
All right, so I think we need to find Nala. I know she ran off.
She said she was in a tent.
In a tent?
That's what she told me.
Oh. Can you hear her right now, Duff?
No,
she's speaking to you?
She hasn't responded back yet. I think she's passed out.
Oh.
I'm pretty good at finding. Do you want me to try?
You must be a Hufflepuff.
You beat me to it.
Well, there's not very many tents. So, well, there are, but there's not, like, a ton.
I don't think it would be too hard. You're so good at finding articles.
To demonstrate your power, you were like, I found Boris, he's right here. Nobody's buying it.
we passed some tents on the way in. I'm sure if we go around this building to the south, we could probably skirt around and go back to those that we saw.
Can we have the map again, Alex?
Yes.
Okay, we know Nala's in a tent. That's good. She's hidden for now.
I'm controlling Boris, so I can kind of hide Nala on the map, just let you guys know.
There's some other stuff we've got to worry about as well.
It's a pretty long laundry list of things.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Everything's great.
That's the spirit, Dove.
Maybe not to worry about. Some more tasks, some more goals while we're in this camp. How about that? But they did mention this spooky little orb as a weapon.
Yeah, I didn't get too good of a look at it, but I don't know. The vibes on it.
Be cool to break that or something.
Is there a chance that breaking it could be like catastrophically destructive to the people in the vicinity, namely us?
Good question. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Guess we can find out.
I suppose we will find out if we break it.
Exactly. All right, Dove, lead the way.
I thought Alticles was going to lead the way.
Alticles is like, just what are you doing over there, buddy?
Petting Boris.
I think Nala might be inside this cactus.
Oh no!
I mean, it is rather
you were watching
scaly,
him, right?
prickly. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Oh,
so if we
please.
could cut into this cactus, please, then we could find Nala, and after that we could get on with whatever we were doing.
This one right here. This cactus right here.
Well,
Yes, please. Thank you.
don't cut in too deeply. We might harm her.
What if... hey, Alticles, what if I just ask the cactus if Nala's in there?
Can you do that?
Of course.
Yeah, do that. I want to see that.
Court is going to make a big show of trying to talk to the cactus. Alticles doesn't need to know that Court can't talk to a cactus right now. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm just
could
imagining
in
the scene
general.
from
I
what
could-
is that, Idiocracy, where he's
In-
like, after failing to convince him, he just said he could talk to plants and they wanted water.
Well, see, in general, I
what
could.
plants
I
crave.
don't have the ability today. So yeah, Court's gonna pretend to talk to this cactus.
The cactus is sitting there making a cactusy face.
I'm gonna. Is this deception or performance?
Pick one.
Wait, why are
Wow.
you rolling nature and not insight?
Because either way I would have rolled a 20, but I feel like I can at least tell that you can't talk, that the cactus isn't talking back.
Cactus is not talking back.
I don't think you can talk to plants.
Right, fine. I didn't want to spend a spell talking to this plant because Nala told us she's in a tent.
Oh, well then, what's a tent and what makes it different than a cactus?
Alticles, you're really beefing this
um,
one.
Do we have any water?
Yes, you guys did
no,
grab water at some point.
but
Got a
I
water
can
skin.
make water also.
Yeah.
If we really need it.
Can we get Alticles some water? He needs a cup of water and we gotta go to the next place.
Oh god. Okay. So, okay, Alticles, come with me. If you walk over here, you see that striped thing, and I'm gonna point it. This pink and white striped tent.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
a
I
tent.
see that. Oh, so she's in one of those?
Yes.
While you're
Some-
doing that, you hear
something
the
like
drilling of the axemen. It's a large group of them, about 10 of them, just practicing some battle formations, doing simple left face, right face, form up, that kind of thing. That's what that big mass is.
Are these
a group of-
dwarven?
Dwarves, yes,
Okay.
all of them. All from the third core.
Okay.
The gnomes out. I thought these were the gnomes here in the center.
Are there not? Are there not?
Yeah, there's a
now?
few gnomes around.
Oh.
Disgusting little creatures. They were the original inhabitants of Dune. That seems to have been, this castle or whatever it was, seems to have been taken over by the dwarves.
So are there just no gnomes here, really? Or are they, like, subjugated somewhere?
Haven't talked to them.
But, like, we can't see them, is what I'm asking.
Yeah, they're around.
Okay.
They're everyone who isn't Dwarven. The citizens, if you will.
Yeah, Alex was talking about that group of axemen up at the top right.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Okay.
I'm more asking, like, we see a bunch of icons on the screen here, but is it like those icons are the only people here, or are there just gnomes that don't have icons?
No, those. I've populated the map with everyone you see. It's sparsely populated. Maybe about 30 people out here at the most.
Catch. Okay, so citizens are gnomes.
Yes.
Okay.
Same thing with bartenders,
I was-
apparently.
I was zoomed
Okay.
out really far.
Bar wench. Whoops, I might rename that one.
Had to zoom in a lot farther. Sorry. Oh, who is that? Who is this man?
It's just me. Continues.
No, sorry. There's a person who I can pick up and move around who doesn't have a name.
Yes, those are tokens that have not been programmed into the combat tracker. Don't read too much into it.
I was looking how many gnomes were here, and I found a person I could carry around.
Well, that was gone. You killed it.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. There's so many of them, though.
Worse than that, you deleted him from canon. He never existed.
Well, there's so many of them. Do I delete all of them?
No, just ignore them.
Okay.
It just means if they get collateral damaged, I'll have to take an extra step.
I was just trying to see the names of people that I could see. Sorry.
Pretty generic. I did not create a backstory for every single NPC here.
No, I'm just blind and had to zoom in really far.
It's all good.
Understanding that Nala is in one of these tents and being pointed to a tent. Alticles is going to go to this tent, look inside it.
Okay. Yeah, you see what looks like a little shop of some kind in there.
Hey, have you seen a scaly bat lady?
The gnome looks up at you. No, but that wouldn't surprise me. They've had all sorts of strange things here lately. Can I interest you in some food?
What kind of food do you have here?
Mostly desert food, a little bit of meat.
I've never been to the desert before, but I usually don't like meat.
Okay. Well, we have some fruit. This stuff comes from cacti.
The kind people live inside?
Can't say that they do. Be happy to sell you some.
Is this when I give you some of the shiny discs?
Heart.
Yes.
Behind
Yes, you would.
Please, like.
Oh, cool. Well, okay. So how many of the shiny discs do you want, and what color?
Typically we trade in gold ones around here, and it's 2 for a gross.
Hey.
Yeah. Can we tell if that's like a blatantly bad?
Yeah,
deal?
that's a blatantly lie.
Roll insight.
You little
Whoever was paying attention.
shit.
Do. Oh God.
Great price. The desert market is a foreign market to you guys.
I don't even like the gold. I like the silver ones, so I think this might be a good deal. I will do that.
All right. You've got a day ration of desert fruit. It'll satisfy your food and water needs. As you give him the 2 gold, he goes, well, just to make your day, he hands you a silver one back.
You're a very nice little man.
With an ear-to-ear grin, he says, thank you.
Uno would have gone past, and he's just kind of creeping from tent to tent, leaning in and whispering, Alan! Alan, are you there? Alan!
In the distance, you hear, Alan! Alan!
Alan!
Oh my god.
No, there are no meerkats in this. Or those were prairie dogs. No prairie dogs in this this place.
I mean,
I rush over to the next tent.
People are kind of watching you. The dwarves, especially, they're like got their eye on you, but not really doing anything super suspicious except for what looks like shopping right now. Where's Gortinius?
I'm kind of trailing behind Alticles right now.
Yeah. One of those is looks like some kind of potions and other random assortment of alchemy. They have some light tools in the blue one.
Can I go back into the food merchant tent?
Yes.
So you're just stuck selling this to the dwarves, right?
Oh, I sell to anyone around here. The dwarves have been buying it.
They've actually been paying you for it.
Yeah, they took over this place, but they also haven't been as cruel as we expected. A lot of them seem pretty flush with gold from whatever the Warriors' playground is. Few of them have been moping around, but some of them have had a lot of gold.
That would make sense. Some of them would have probably gotten the gold from the others.
But yeah, for the most part, they've been paying for everything. They came in pretty forcefully, but I mean, we're not really warriors here, so they set up shop in the palace, and we didn't really have any way or any reason to stop them. That wasn't built by us. It's been here for a long time.
And you're just fine with it?
I mean, we're only here time to time. We've only been here a few months.
Where
We'll be
else do
moving
you
on
go?
soon. We're desert people. We travel.
How do you travel? I mean, I've really only talked to the dwarves around here, but how do you travel in the desert safely? They seem to think like these worms are gonna get you.
Just have to make non-rhythmic movements. There's a way of walking that can really
Uh,
dissuade them from going after you.
How into this are you going, Alex?
He's probably gonna go all the way.
Where's the spice?
Oh,
You look
Yeah.
deeply into his bright blue eyes that
Oh
seem
my
to have
God.
a glow about them.
Oh wow.
But so you can travel just without one of their silly little ships, right? Like you can just walk.
It's better to travel on a skiff, but yes, you can travel.
Are you guys gonna be here for a while, or are you planning on leaving soon? Because like, the traveling thing sounds kind of right up my alley.
We're going to be here for a little while, probably another week. Why? Are you looking to go somewhere?
I mean, I come from a group who walks around a lot, like you all, and
Indeed.
it'd be interesting to see how that works here. But if you're staying that long,
Best to travel at night around here. It gets very hot during the day. The nights aren't very long, but pretty hot during the day.
is there anything other than the worms I need to look out for?
Worms, wasps, other crawly things in the dark. If you find a cave, just be careful going inside. They're usually occupied. Anything cool will attract life. If you see water, don't approach it during the day. If you see an ocean, you've been in the sun too long. Don't try to go find it.
That's a very good tip. There's not this much sun where I'm from. Thank you. And I will give him a gold piece before I leave.
He accepts it
All
happily.
your help. Off to find the others.
There's a few other people milling about. They kind of seem to pay you no mind. They keep a little bit of a berth around the dwarves, but the dwarves don't really seem to notice them. Not to say that they're invisible, but it's just hierarchical society has formed here where higher lower class, they don't really interact more than they have to. The dwarven warriors seem to be on some sort of a generic patrol. I mean, they see you, they notice you, they just don't care.
Kind of nod, like, because they're from the third, like, we recognize some of them.
Yeah.
Right? Kind of nod and like, hello, them. I'll be right back.
What do you guys want to do?
Una would
Like-
point to Dove and message. I don't think the package is hidden in these tents. We ought to continue.
yeah, we should look. She specifically said tent. Maybe there's more somewhere else.
I see a big one over there. Just north left.
Can try it. time of day is it? Is it still like morning?
It's getting close to evening, actually.
Okay. So it's
Sun
getting
seems to
kinda
be
dark.
starting to set. Yeah, longer shadows.
I'm gonna look inside the big.
Moving into the big tent, this is some sort of a like a staging post for some animals that you guys don't recognize. They have many legs, and seem to be some sort of a crawling beast of burden. There's 2 of them sleeping in there.
Are they
Restrained, yes.
mammalian? Are they insectarachnoids?
Insectarachnoids.
Okay.
Centipedes?
Very similar to, but some sort of a different offshoot of that
A
genus.
sandipede.
I wasn't going to make that joke, but it was in my head.
Mhm.
Probably right, Uno. You know, sandworms, sand snakes.
Sand wasp, sand walrus, sand wombat. All of them.
You ever seen those before?
No, but they make just as much sense as anything else, don't they? It's always good to know if we need to, we could come in here, release them, and they might attack things, like they did back in the Crossroads.
There's some of those. You see those cages to the north from here?
Yes?
There's like these like lizard crocodile type things in there too.
Maybe friendos?
Maybe
Even if we
scary,
don't
too.
like have to let them out, maybe we should just let them be free anyway. So maybe
Yeah, no, I
on our way out.
On our
I
way
agree
out.
with it. Definitely going to release them at some point. Maybe it's part of the plan. Maybe it's not.
Boris
Alright.
is wandering.
You're a real heads up group. You guys know that? You're real good. You're good people.
Boris, what you doing over there, buddy?
Oh, there's
Oh.
more tents.
You know, I didn't even think about this, Uno. Boris probably could find the package just like Boris finds the truffles.
Boris, you got a good snout on you, mate. Can you smell Alan? Wink, wink, Alan.
Pull out like a little piece of like fat from the ham. Find this. Find the rotten meat smell.
You went from calling her to a truffle to describing her as rotten meat.
Loves it, right? She loves it. All right, Boris, go.
Give him a gentle slap on his hindquarters.
Yeah, someone make a investigation check for Boris. He's got a plus, I don't know, a couple. Or would that be
Plus
animal
couple.
handling for him?
no.
Haha, I was faster.
First rolls in with a 16.
Thank God.
Yeah, get that
I
garbage
did
out of
not
here.
roll.
Yeah. With
What you got,
that, he
buddy?
is able to track her down.
Whoop, whoop.
It doesn't take too long, but yeah, searching around for her, you do find Nala crashed out in one of the tents, beeping.
Alright,
Nala.
I'm gonna go walk around for a second, just to not draw attention to ourselves. That way we're not all crowded over here. Doo-doo-doo.
Is there anyone in eyesight of us?
Seems pretty safe. There's just not a lot of people over here.
Just slip in.
Nala's asleep.
And I just like scratch the arch of her foot until she wakes up. Because that'll wake you up.
Why my feet are really ticklish, so that would actually, like, in real life, totally make me spaz if you did that.
Well, it's been about
Nala.
2 hours of searching around. So yeah, she wakes up without too much of an issue. Roll a Constitution check to see how hungover you are.
All right. You wanted a Constitution save?
Conscious saving throw.
Yeah. I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm sturdy.
Barely tipsy
Dove?
anymore.
Dove?
Hey, hey, heads up, Court knows. Everybody else doesn't.
Well, you're talking about the thing that...
Yep.
Yep. And Nala's just gonna kind of sit crisscross applesauce and just be like,
They're still looking for you.
my mama whiskey my hide. Oh, my daddy and my big sister gonna kill me. Alright, well,
Well, let's keep you alive long enough so that they can do that.
oh yeah, well, that'd be alright, but what do you want to do? I mean, I can't be wandering around.
Court, you have a dwarf staring at you, but it's more like a...
I mean, I ran over here because, well, it was the farthest I could see that was still inside the camp, and honestly, there weren't no one over here.
I'm going to message Uno. When you guys have a chance to circle back around and come in here, I think we need to congregate and make a plan.
Hearing that, Uno would message Cortinius and say, bring our cactus friend. We're going back to Alan.
No, hold on. Dove.
Yep.
I mean, I gotta stay hidden.
Yep.
There ain't no way I can interact with any of them, because, I mean, I don't know what he's a part of, but, I mean, if I interact with anything from here, like, that's truly powerful, something's gonna happen, and, I mean, you remember, Tressa, how, when we were fighting that battle, how crazy she started getting? I know she wandered off. She's here, ain't she?
Yeah.
Alright, well.
Do you remember, Nala, you have those potions for your mind?
I have my healing potions. What are you talking about?
Remember you got some that help protect your mind?
Yeah, I remember that. We had that fun smoking with that guy back at the city. Before Flint Hunt decided, before Flint decided he needed to stay.
If your nerves start getting a hold of you, I think that's a good idea.
You think I should take it now, or should I hold off until I feel weird? I mean,
I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but
it's fair enough.
Tough question. Why do we need to protect Nala's mind?
Oh no, I'm gonna shoot it to you straight. The reason they want me is because though Dove saved me, I still died. Now, what happened to anybody else that was in that cavern who drank a potion or got hurt?
The ones that drank the potion became like a meal and were no longer themselves.
Now, if someone didn't drink a potion but maybe died in the middle of that, with all that going on, what do you think might have happened to them? Even for just a second, they weren't in their own body.
Is this a riddle?
It's not a riddle. I'm just trying to lead you down the right path.
I'm sorry. Can you just speak plainly? I'm not understanding. I don't know what happens to people when they die.
I'm just like Emil and Tressa, except I still have my own mind right now.
Part of Court
like them.
walks up, hearing this. Part of one of them is in her.
All right,
How?
think back to town, the dwarven town. Remember the beast? When I subdued our friends, subdued y'all, we were marched out, and it started talking to us, and then we left, and then we went back and we slayed it. But do you remember what it called me? Think back.
I don't remember what it called you, because I don't know if I remember being... I don't think I was there, but... how can part of someone be inside of you?
I don't know. If I say, I'm not going to say the name. I'll let somebody else say it, just because I don't know if that would mean anything. But basically, I'm on the cuspis of being... I could become what they are, what Tressa and Emil have become. I could not be me anymore. Right now, I'm fine. I have to protect myself. That's why I'm here. Dove warned me. Dove's
Nola?
the only one that guessed.
You're not going to become like them. We won't let it happen. We have to kill you ourselves, we will, but we're not going to kill you because we're going to save you.
Well, if you do kill me, just make sure you give me back my family. Or if you have to contact Flint, he'll know how to get me back to my family.
It's
Ma'am.
not going to come to that.
No, but you know, my little brother would get a kick out of it. My sister would whip my hide along with my dad.
Nala, it's not going to come to that. We're going
I
to figure
believe
this
you.
out.
But I'm also pretty rational, and I deal in dead things all the time.
Okay. But this is not a rational arena anymore. You're talking about Fey gods. Rationality has nothing to do with it.
Well, what y'all want to do? Because I don't really want to leave here. I mean, I skirted on over here to hide as soon as Dove gave me that message.
We gotta keep you hidden somehow.
Well, it is getting dark. So
I blend in pretty well in the dark.
Hey, Duff.
yeah.
You had mentioned back when we were in Parnas that you could turn into other people? Like, you could turn into the innkeeper?
Yeah.
Can you make other people into someone else?
Well, my hat can. But you would have to have it for like an extended period of time before you could use it. Does that make sense?
So I could just
yeah.
put it on and it work?
No, it wouldn't work.
Oh.
You would have to have it on for a long time. Does that make sense?
The good news is
I
we've
get that.
got like plenty of time before the ship comes back.
It's right.
Yep.
It
It's
takes
the
a
end of the
minute.
first day. It's supposed to come in basically end of the next day.
All right. Well,
Morning of.
Are you talking? What are you implying? That you want to make Nala look like someone else?
Well, if they're looking for Nola, then they're not going to be looking for somebody else. So
That
I
makes a
can
lot
make
of
her
sense.
invisible too,
Can I just bring up
so
a point
she's not even there.
real quick?
what if we double down and do both of them?
It's getting to be nighttime, and we're in somebody's tent.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
No
We
one
should
was around
probably
here,
move.
so that's why I was hiding out here.
All right, I'll be back. I'm just going to go make an inquiry.
Can you make me invisible right now? I mean, that way we can move
How
and I can be
long-
close.
How long does the invisibility last? But also, how long would she
An
need to
hour.
wear the hat for it to... If she hung out with it for an hour, would that be okay? Or is it like she has to have it for a full day?
I don't know. I have to look.
I think you can attune to things on a short rest, but I don't know.
Well, can I be straight with you, Court? It's my dad's, so it's kind of like one of those things.
Well, it's family,
I mean,
family
I
heirloom,
can,
ain't it? It's
but-
family heirloom. Yeah.
You don't have to give the hat to Nala. That's okay.
It's all right. If I start feeling in any way weird, I'm
Chugging.
chugging that potion. Court, you remember that really nice guy over in Dwarven Villas? He gave me that mind potion. I'm gonna chug
Oh,
that.
yeah. Okay.
And you have 2 of those, right? And they each last a day?
If I recall correctly, that's what
Yeah.
we bought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we need to. Can you make her invisible now so we can get out of this tent? Is that okay?
Makes sense. Yeah, we can. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you say that again? I was
Can you-
reading and
Sorry.
listening
Can you
at the
make
same
her
time.
invisible now so we can get out of this tent? Because somebody's
Yeah.
probably sleeping here tonight. We need to find somewhere we can sleep that is not already claimed.
Good news. I've got 2 tents.
Is it this one?
Hold on. Una goes back and asks which 2 tents are theirs.
You're pointed to them, and you were off by 1. It's just the 2 north and north of the one you're in.
So right in front of us, those 2.
Yes.
Okay.
These ones over here.
Boris takes one all to himself.
Classic Boris.
The tent bulges a little bit from his rotund size.
All right. Well, I'll sneak into the one.
Are these
right
one-man
front.
tents?
Give me a stealth. They're tiny. I mean, they're desert tents. As someone who stayed in one of those for an extended period of time, they're tiny and they smell like feet. Yeah, Nala, you're fine.
Court goes
No one
up.
seems to be tracking you. People are milling about. They aren't searching super hard for anyone or anything.
All right. Well, this will do for now. But if anybody's staying in those tents down there, I mean, or around us at all,
Should we burn them? Just get rid of them?
I mean,
Just
Move them.
We can kill
Move them
all.
20 feet further?
well, I just think if we do anything to them, we draw more attention to ourselves.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, you're
might
right.
be an end of day for tomorrow kind of thing when we have somewhere to run. But
All right. So what are you guys doing as you guys start hunkering down in 1 tent or 2 tents?
Should we set up some sort of watching system? The last thing we want is someone just coming in here and opening and
yeah, that a watch would be good.
a watch that doesn't include Nala watching.
Yes. Also, Nala and Dove, a watch is good, but potentially having the ability to, like, if somebody is to come in, you can turn her invisible before they look in the tent kind of thing.
Well, could y'all
if
cover
I
me
hear
with some
someone-
stuff
yeah.
and like basically like bury me in equipment or blankets or something?
Ooh, the
I
floor
have
is sand, right?
Yeah, we could dig a hole. I can hide in
I-
the hole.
Like an ostrich, just stick your head in the sand.
Just under Nala's or under Dove's bunk. Just dig out a little.
Start digging. I'm gonna start
Sure.
digging out a hole, basically like a grave
All right.
for Nala
I-
to lay down in.
I do
All
have
right.
a disguise kit.
All right, let's use
But-
that too. I'm gonna lay under the
Dragonborn?
bunk and disguise
I
myself
don't-
with a disguise kit. It'll be great.
I don't think a disguise kit's gonna change the fact that she's the only dragon.
She's pretty dragonborn. That might be tough to put a fake mustache on a dragonborn with the little glasses.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Cool.
But it would be cute.
So, just throwing this idea out there. I'm an elf. And Dove, as far as I know, you're an elf.
Yeah.
So, we don't really... I like to sleep, don't get me wrong. I like to sleep. It's great fun, but I don't have to do it. And I think you may be in the same boat. So,
Yeah.
we can just do a little bit of... well, I call it my semi-time, because I'm like semi-awake, but semi-not. I don't know what you call yours. And then I can also make people invisible, so we could just alternate between us and just check in. You're always right next to Alan and ready to make her invisible.
Now, it's not going to take a lot out of y'all because I don't want y'all to be using up any of your abilities and we need them for something.
I think keeping you out of the clutches of this Fey God is something we need them for.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if it's going to incapacitate us if y'all suddenly have to fight and you aren't able to cast some other spell that's needed, I don't want you to I mean, I'll bury myself in sand with my nose sticking out. I mean, just cover me with bags. I mean, I can get away with that, right? Just gonna dig myself a grave right now.
Okay, so what are you guys doing now that you have a plan to hide Nala if someone came around?
I'm digging a hole and hiding myself in a hole and covering myself
Got
in
it.
sand.
What are you guys doing for the next, 36 hours while you're waiting for pickup?
I think we might need to do a little bit of reconnaissance, and that might be easier in the middle of the night. Not for me, because it's going to make me stick out like a sore thumb.
Una, you want to stay here and keep bags over my stones?
Yeah, I'll have a bag ready to put over your snout, but I don't think that you need to hang out in the bag.
Okay, thanks.
Altacles, are you ever sneaky? Are you ever quiet?
I think I'm sneaky.
Yeah?
I'm a pretty good hunter, so I think I'm sneaky.
Well, I can give him an hour worth of invisibility.
If I'm giving anyone invisibility, it's easier for me to do 2 people at one time rather than just one. So
That makes sense.
if we venture out, I don't know. I feel like Court, are you pretty sneaky? I whisper over to Court's tent.
Self.
I got no audio, Court.
Oh.
We just heard like the last word.
Sorry.
No worries.
I
As
try to sneak out of the tent.
myself, I'm pretty sneaky, but I can also be sneakier.
Something else, yeah.
I mean, people see you walk out of the tent, but they don't know you're sneaking, so in a lot of ways, it kind of worked.
Nice.
Why don't y'all divide up, and one of y'all's here to turn me invisible if need be. I'll stay down here underneath the tent base, and y'all go figure it out. Act like you're looking for me. I mean, y'all not supposed to know where I am, right, Dove?
Do you want to stay here alone? Is that what you're saying? Because I was
No.
thinking either
I can-
myself
I
or
can-
Uno should stay.
I
So,
think Una
well,
or you should stay, but that's just my opinion. But that's just because y'all can turn me invisible in an instant if need be.
I can stay.
Are you sure, Uno? Are you sure?
I'm positive. We can take the opportunity to learn more about each other. We can tell stories, and I didn't know you had siblings. I always wanted some, but only child and all that.
They're terrible. You don't want them.
I also would like to know why you're a bat, but you hang out in the ground.
Ultimately, I'm going to learn everything there is to know about this bat lady, and I'll let you know.
That sounds amazing.
You
So-
know,
sorry,
I got 'em
Nala.
from my mama. I thought they were pretty, but I keep getting called a bat. Maybe my sister got all the good looks. You look
All
like a
right,
bat.
so what are y'all doing?
I believe Altacles, Dove, and Cortinius are gonna recon.
Okay.
Um,
How are you doing this recon? A stealthy, trying to scout around the physical location, or is this more of a social recon where you're asking people questions?
I believe stealthy, invisible centaur, invisible elf, and whatever Court would like to be.
Wild shape
Court?
court.
Court is gonna start social recon
No, all right.
because I can sneak off if I need to, but I do like the idea of making it look like we're looking for Nala.
Okay.
Also, the dwarves have already seen me talking to some cacti. That's gonna continue.
Yeah, I mean, they know they're here. They thought Dove was the leader of your guys' group. They fought beside you, so I mean, there'll be some level of recognition between you guys. And it's been several hours now, so word of you has spread throughout the camp.
I'm gonna burn in invisibility and
Okay.
spell it. So
Pew pew.
myself and Altacles are now invisible.
All right. Altacles, as your hooves walk on the sand, though you see nothing, they do sink into the sand just a little bit, but it makes almost no noise.
Let's riot. I'm gonna try and walk lighter, and
Yeah.
so that I don't make as much of an indentation.
Yeah, no problem.
Walking lighter.
I am
No.
reaching out. Sorry, Altacles, but I'm holding onto your tail so I don't lose you. It should be at advantage because you're invisible, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let me try that too.
Uno whispers out of the tent, don't forget, if you hold your breath, it makes you just a little bit lighter.
Oh, I'll guide myself.
3 minutes later, a passed out horse hits the ground.
Oh my god.
Would it be easier?
I'm kidding,
if you
I'm
just-
kidding. Alright, cool. Yeah, you guys are fine. You're able to stealth pretty easily. What are you guys planning on doing?
You can just, if it would be easier than grabbing my tail, you can just, like, I'm a centaur. You're allowed to ride a centaur. Would you like to?
Yes.
He does also have a hand that you can hold.
Dove is secretly like the kid who always wanted a pony and never got a pony. So this moment is like just
Gotcha.
contained excitement, but like jumps up like pro, just ready to go.
That was a horse girl.
Yep, 100%.
Oh.
I don't know how else to say this, so you have no problem mounting the centaur. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
And Alex ruined something that's cute and
You
nice.
didn't have to use the
That
word
was really
mount.
great. I like that.
I just mean you're...
Mm.
Oh, I almost said
danced
barebacking
so
it.
far
Um,
around.
I was gonna say
You
that would have
are
been worse.
seated on the back of the centaur now, Dove.
Yeah,
There you go.
it's
Yeah.
it's kind of a beautiful moment.
And this way we can whisper because we're closer.
Sure.
All right.
I'm gonna try and head closer to, I think, the perimeter of the castle, because there's a weapon thing, right? We should figure out more about the weapon thing.
Alex, you
Okay.
mind if I follow them with Boris token?
Yeah, go ahead. Moving around the castle, it is some sort of a castle wall. You see a couple of guys moving across the top of the castle wall. Yeah.
Are there any
Castle wall.
weak points? Are there any like entrances from?
Yeah. Castle entrance
that
is
are
right
less
here.
Obvious. Okay, yeah, I guess. I mean, we're invisible, so that should work. Right?
I mean, the door is closed. You could go up and push it open while there's two guards standing there.
Mm.
Can you? So I'm gonna try and whisper this to Dove.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Can you try and make a distraction, maybe?
Hell yeah. Cactus that is to the east of here.
Okay.
I'm gonna mage hand and
Okay.
start moving the pieces of it around, and it's gonna look like it's starting to move.
All right.
Can I
Give
do
me
that?
Sure. Give me a deception.
Can I guide myself?
Sure. I mean, they all look at it. One of them even kind of comes around. There's now three of them looking directly at that.
The idea is that Court has been talking to cactuses all day, and now suddenly a cactus is moving around on its own.
Guys are looking at each other. Man, I hate this place. I'm gonna go back to the mountains. Was it from that one guy who was talking to the cactuses? Is he bringing those things to life? He holds his axe a little bit closer.
Court is definitely still over by the tents talking to this clump of cacti, so.
The guy on the top right goes over and hacks down the cactus at the roots. Not very well, but after a little while... Okay, there we go. Now he's hitting. 3 9s in a row. He ends up hacking down the cactus at the roots after a little while and begins chopping the stuff up into mincemeat.
Did you want to try and slip in, or did you?
Yeah, I wanted to try and slip in. I just didn't want to interrupt. Yes.
Okay.
Let's please try to. I'm going to try and stealth in.
Okay. Give me a strength to roll the door with a little bit of finesse in.
Oh, cool. I can do that much better.
Yeah. Door opens, no problem. As the door opens, the other dwarf standing there looks at the door opening, looks at his buddy. What is going on here?
We were trying to do that while they were looking at the cactus.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a stealth with advantage as you guys are trying to slip through.
Yes, that would be me, huh? Because I'm the one who's actually sneaking.
If he's doing it, then I'm going to guide him.
Okay.
And then I have advantage on stealth, right?
Mhm.
For now.
With a guidance.
And a guide.
This guy has no idea what's going on. He's backing away slightly nervously as he has no clue what's happening. A few seconds later, his other buddy comes running over to see what's going on. Are you guys just rolling in?
Yeah, we'll slip in. Let them shut the door behind us.
Okay. As you guys slip in, you now notice that your feet, your hooves, are making a loud tapping noise on the tile floor. The door closes without you. You get through these guys, but you're not as stealthy in here walking on a hard stone floor, as you do have hooves and you are huge with a dove on your back.
Can I continue to try to move stealthily?
Sure. Yeah.
No? Yeah, okay. I will stealth.
Can I take one of my daggers, slice the bottom part of my coat off, tie it to the bottom of his hooves so it's quiet?
All right.
Can I make him little booties?
You now have horse booties.
Okay.
We're going to say it has now been 20 minutes of your invisibility.
Okay.
Okay.
But yes, she has solved the tapping hooves problem.
So I'm going to, with this time, this of invisibility, just start sprinting throughout the castle as quietly as I can. So I guess not sprinting, probably, but just covering as much ground as I can.
What could go wrong? Let's do it. Okay. Busting in there, it's some sort of a big, a small room with the next room is a big, what looks like hall. There's nobody in it right now as it is nighttime. Several doors in several different directions.
I'm going to take this door to the left.
Okay.
So
you're just sprinting through.
Well,
I'm going to let him know where I've been before, too. So what I've already seen.
So are you, what?
Have you been here? Have you been
No. I've been to the door to the right where the blue is.
Okay. Opening this up, there are two dwarf guards eating. There's what looks like some sort of a servant in there. She looks gnomish. They all look to the door where you are. Are you sprinting, walking in slowly? Because this door just opened. They're confused, waiting for somebody to enter.
I'm going to run. Yeah, right over here.
All right, give me a stealth with just no advantage, just a regular stealth, as you are now a horse running through a dining room. I feel like there's a joke in there somewhere about a bull in China shop.
I feel like we're being pretty pejorative about centaurs. They're not horses, they're horsemen.
I don't know the difference. Yeah, as you're running through, things fall off one of the tables. The two guards jump up. What the hell is going on? They pull their weapons. One of them has what looks like some sort of a pistol, the other one an axe.
I'm gonna whisper, Distraction.
Oh, now it's okay. Um. I am going to use Mage Hand, and I'm gonna pop it as far away from us as possible.
It's like
and
throw
start,
a plate on the floor or something
yep,
like that?
I'm gonna start throwing
All right,
plates
give me a
and silverware
deception.
around.
Dove is a poltergeist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on.
As you start mage handing, tell me, does that count as an action that would affect your invisibility?
No, because wait, let me see. Yeah, it would. I wouldn't have done that. Well,
The first time I should have caught it, but I didn't.
yeah. I wouldn't have done that then if I
Okay.
did that.
We'll let it go the first time because you guys were in the open, but
I'm gonna
attacks
start
or
making
casts a
some-
spell. Yeah, you can't attack or cast a spell. Of course, as a cantrip, a
Invisibility needs
spell.
concentration.
I wouldn't lose concentration because Mage Hand isn't a concentration spell.
But is mage hand a spell? It's a cantrip.
It's
So that's where it gets weird because you can't cast 2 spells, but you can cast 2 cantrips. Yeah, I'm
I
googling.
think rules as written, cantrips count as spells.
I think you're right.
They're level 0 spells.
They're not leveled spells, but they are spells.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Okay. I was just waiting to see what we ruled as that. I'm
just going to rule that they have figured out about where you are and lunge to attack, as this is just taking too long. First one is going to make an attack with disadvantage against, well, technically Dove, but seeing as how you have a mount,
Doesn't change anything unless she has mounted combatant feet.
gotcha. All right, let's see. It's going to be disadvantage as you are invisible. He's going to swing at Duve. Oh, that actually hits. And his axe bites in just a little bit. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but it does nick ya. The other one is going to close as much of the movement as he can. What are you guys doing as he just hit a solid object with his axe and is now excited and freaking out that there's something in here to deal with?
I'm gonna run away. Mobile lets me move away.
Yeah, no
without-
attacks of opportunity.
Haha. And then
Plus, invisibility doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity, does it? Yeah, that's
I
about
do not know.
60 feet. You trying to bust through the next door?
So I'm actually gonna open. So I'm gonna open this door right
Okay.
here, and then I'm gonna run over here, open this door.
All right,
Try to
roll
open
deception
the
with
door.
advantage. I like that tactic.
I am deceptive. Let's go. Did you say with advantage?
Yes, as
Oh.
that's clever and you're invisible.
Not that clever.
Unfortunately, as you do that, they start running over to that door, but then you knock into the table to your immediate right there. They're not completely fooled. One of them closes the distance, and actually, no, he doesn't. Where they are, he's going to take a shot at you with his pistola. that I did not program properly. So, sorry, disadvantage. As there's a loud blam, followed by a pew, as the door behind him takes a bullet. The poor servant is now running out of the room. What are you guys doing?
Alticles, I think we better get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna mosey back where I came from.
Mosey for you being what, like 80 feet per round?
I'm gonna
120.
dash. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm gonna dash.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're able to get out of that room with that kind of speed. In the distance, you hear as the two dwarves, hearing you running out the door, are now sprinting after you.
How much longer are we invisible for?
35 minutes.
Okay, great. Let's just try going deeper in the castle.
Alticles,
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned.
Okay, when you get to that door, it does open, and it is a throne room.
Do you not want to go any further, or do you want to?
Oof.
As you guys discuss that, the two dwarves run into the room. You hear them screaming, "Alarm, alarm, alarm! There's someone in the castle!"
Yeah, we might need to get out.
Time for a dwarf massacre.
Alright. Let's pull out
Certainly
the big
try.
guns. Flint isn't here to stop it this time.
Let's run. Let's run away then. I can run away. I can. I'm capable of running.
I love the idea of Alticles is just like barreling through these rooms, and Dove's like, what the fuck is going on?
Slightly muffled hooves.
As you get to the main door, which was closed, there is a heavy opening sound followed up by the sound of two dwarves getting thrown as this horse barrels through the door. Roll strength, actually, just to contest it with advantage, as they have no idea you're about to throw the door open in their face. You need a 14. Oh, yeah, it opens and you slide past these two guys, confused and excited that the door has opened and hearing that there's something there. They're close enough to make attack out, but you're invisible and with mobile, you don't provoke attacks of opportunity. So, Dove, you just hear as two axes just narrowly miss your ears.
Go to the desert.
About
Let's
you.
just get the fuck out of here. We can
I
circle
don't know
around.
about you, but I had a lot of fun, and I think we should try that again sometime.
Cortinius, while they're doing this has been about 25 minutes. As they would come, or just go ahead and leave your tokens where they are, barreling out of there. What are you doing, Cortinius?
Yeah, so Kurt was kind of making a point to sort of walk around amongst these cacti. My goal is to try and talk to more of the gnomes.
Mm-hmm.
And if I recognize any of the specific dwarves from our previous battle, fighting with them, I want to try and talk to them. From the gnomes, I want to try and find out about more specifics of the sandworms, and from the dwarves, I want to just see how, how's the military doing? What kind of sort of exercises? How many of you are
No,
there?
right. Give me a history to see if you recognize any of the dwarves.
Oh, good. Lateral. Ooh.
Yeah. Without too much trouble, one of the main dwarves, before he was excited by an attack cactus, is willing to have a brief conversation with you. Recognizing him, he was one of the ones who stuck around and was part of that unit that just got absolutely massacred. He was one of the 14 survivors of whatever that was, not including all the injured laying on the ground.
Is this by the castle door?
Yeah. Oops. I actually grabbed the wrong person. Yeah. So just over, we'll call it right there.
Court, wherever. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've run into him. Oh, you're still here. Oh, that's so good to see.
Thank you. Mighty fine thing you guys did over on the plains. We didn't expect the fire to come back at us like that. And he kind of rubs his slightly patchy beard.
Court, clean shaven, no beard. That's it's one of those problems with the sort of newfangled attempts to recreate magic.
Oh, you gotta perfect it now. See, the trick is, you don't get that stuff wet.
Was that the only problem? What else have you guys figured out about it?
Don't get it wet.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that was really the only problem. Had they not thrown that wall of water at us, which we're pretty sure they were just retreating. So, ironically, if we were less badass, we would have done better.
That seems to be how these things go. But have you fixed it here then? Because there's not a lot of water.
Oh yeah, here we're totally self-sufficient.
Court kind of glances around and is just like, okay, I mean, I know it might not be, but can I see it? I want to see it actually work.
See what?
The fire, the...
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd have to get permission, but yeah, I suppose if you want, tomorrow we could do a demonstration.
You don't just have access. You can't just shoot a cactus or something.
No,
Really?
Most of the equipment's under maintenance. We've been building more of them. We're up to 8 now.
Of those big guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're almost fully functional too. And we've got about a dozen flamethrowers. Oh,
What do you still
really
work
made
out
some
with the big
upgrades.
guy?
What's that?
I mean, the big guy that we saw, he was pretty functional. What do you still have to work out with it?
No, the ones we're building, they're smaller, lighter, but they're faster, and they pack almost as powerful as a punch. But the other one was totally functional. It was great, but
He was a bit clunky,
Yeah, exactly. We made improvements. They're smaller, lighter, faster, more maneuverable. So if they do set themselves near fire, then it can just back up this time.
Did you waterproof them or anything, just in case?
I mean, they do have some trouble in water.
That's fair. It makes sense. I mean, it's like a machine, and it's water and metal aren't.
It doesn't like to get wet. No. I mean, they do tend to rust a little bit. So I mean, it's a lot of maintenance in a wet environment. But
while he was talking about this, did he gesture to where maintenance was?
I mean, a little bit. He's just pointing kind of up on the hill.
Okay.
Literally right behind you. Those 4 cages that you see are the guardians under construction.
Oh, these this guy here?
No, those have lizard dogs in there, those things.
I don't know. Okay, those cages. I was like, I don't know which cages you're talking about.
Yep. There's 3 of them in there. One of them this one is empty.
Okay. Yeah, no, they told us you guys were working on some really cool stuff.
Yeah, we made a lot of improvements. This new group we're with, they got some cool toys.
But it's just like a better version of the same thing. And Court sounds kind of disappointed.
But a lot better. Oh, wait until you see these things in action.
But that's not
magic
really...
resistance, a lot of firepower.
That's not really new, is it?
Well, I mean, we built 8 of them pretty quickly. I mean, before it would take us 3 months just to build one. Now we built 8 smaller but faster ones in just 2 months.
How'd you do that so fast?
That
is kind of impressive, I guess.
The new people we're working for, we're doing all right.
Got yourselves a sugar daddy, I guess.
Never heard it put like that. Yeah. Well, he's not really paying us, so it's more like an aspartame daddy.
A diet sugar daddy.
A diet sugar, yeah. Half the calories, that kind of thing.
If he's, I mean, I guess he's not paying you, but he's giving you the way to do the thing.
Exactly, yeah. He's helping us to do it ourselves.
Looks
so that's almost better. I'd say it's almost better.
You got more than gold out of the Warriors playground, I guess.
lot of time training,
That's fair.
and I did all right. Some of the other people out there asked a little too many stupid questions, and well, hey, allowing a sucker to keep his money is a crime. Am I right?
I mean, that's fair, you know, especially in the playground.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't want
What are you guys doing here anyway?
We heard there was a fight. Heard there was
It's about to
time
be.
for some action, and you know, we had so much fun last time. Plus,
Yeah. Yeah,
guys
you
kinda
got to join
need
us on this
help.
next one.
you guys kind of needed some help on the last one, so I guess we kind of wanted to see if you needed help on this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I
Sounds
said,
like-
we pushed them into retreat a little bit too fast, so
Can I mean, I know you said they're being built, but can I see them?
yeah, just don't get too close.
That's fair.
Stay down here, but you can look at them as much as you want.
Yeah, they're up there, and I'm trying to get him to like keep talking to me and like, oh, and like that's like they're shorter this way, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean he can go over there and show you around about them.
I'm just trying to chat up this guy because he's already mentioned they're magic resistant. He's mentioned a couple of different other things about him. I'm trying to get him to say as much about these mechs as possible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, pretty resistant.
Is it the same like flame arm thing that the last one had?
Very similar, yeah. Slightly different design, but essentially the same thing. They've also got, obviously fire, but they also have an arrow volley they can fire. Does
that's a neat trick.
Yeah. We upgraded them again with a few other things, including. Do you know what a magnetron is?
No.
Oh yeah.
What's
If you're
it do?
wearing metal armor, within 30 feet of it, it'll pull you right up to it.
That's
Yeah, great way to knock somebody's teeth out.
Just
Saving that one for the
anyone.
orcs.
anyone in 30 feet. That's amazing.
Well, yeah, anyone. So if we're gonna use it, we got to stay behind it. But yeah,
No, that's perfect. You send him right in front of you and just turn it on, kind of thing. Picks everybody up and brings them to you.
yeah, we're working on a way to make it a little bit more directional, but right now it's kind of all around. It's new. It's new. It's one of the new toys.
No, yeah, no. You guys have so many more new toys. I didn't think there'd be this many toys. It's kind of exciting.
So I should probably get back. Actually, it's good seeing you, Cortinius. Hey,
It was
do
great to see
you
you
guys still have that giant crab eye thing?
You know, I'm not sure if we left it in. Oh, wherever Flint is now? Dagger? Is that the
It's fine. I just wondered. It was pretty valuable, and just wondered what happened to it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the one that they usually let hold on to things.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just glad I still have my head. So hey, thank you guys, and next time you're around, have a beer. Oh hey,
Yeah.
this is gonna sound kind of weird, but we heard that you fed a bunch of people to centipedes. Must have been a rumor. Never mind.
I don't
Never
think
mind.
We did. We did let a centipede out. Well, actually, we didn't. We got Boris out, but I think they sent a centipede after him. But it ran away.
Boris?
Oh, we have a pig.
So you tried to feed a pig to a centipede?
No, we took a
Okay.
pig. We took a pig, and a centipede ran away from him.
So you stole a centipede's pig. Got it.
Sure.
Right. A few minutes later, you hear him say, "What the hell is that cactus doing?" As two of them are like, "Oh my god." One of the guys goes, "I hate this place."
Yeah, Court's gonna kind of look around, act like he's just looking at the mechs, but also wants to see what's up with these cages with the scaly dogs.
Oh yeah, they are some sort of a lizard dog hybrid. Seems to live in this area. They've been caged up for what looks like a quick release on those cages. There's 2 of them in each one of those cages.
Not the day that I prepared to speak with animals.
Want to do anything else?
I want to just make sure I see kind of how the release mechanism works.
Really easy. Just press button. Cage
Really?
opens. It can
Is it
open
on-
in 3 directions. It looks like the 4th direction, being the one facing the castle, is for feeding, where they can put food in from a safe area and then open the cage on the inside, so they never actually have to directly interact with the creatures.
So the buttons are on the doors?
Yeah, you
Okay.
could just press them at any time, and the cages would be released.
Good to know. Court's gonna keep wandering around. What's this building over here? I'm gonna wander over here.
Okay. Wandering over there. Yeah, open the door. It's some sort of a what looks like weapon racks, but everything's empty.
No one's stopping me from going in.
Nope. Building's been cleared out. Some sort of an armory.
Completely empty. That's weird.
A lot of this stuff looks older.
Okay. Gonna wander back out. I'm gonna say hello to this cactus over here, since I see a dwarf standing there and I want to continue to confuse them.
Go for a deception.
I mean, I am just talking to the cactus.
See how confused by all of this they are. More indifferent.
That's fair. And I will just slowly try to make my way to the other side of the castle.
Okay.
I don't know. how much
Yeah,
time
you see
I-
4 mechs. Look like they're predominantly under some sort of construction, but also they look pretty functional.
And there are 4 in there, and there were 3 on the other side.
Yes. The construction unit where one of them was being built is currently empty, but it looks like one of them could have been in there or will be in there.
What is this thing? This box with the cages? Is this meant to be a? Is this a prison? Is this meant to have a roof on it?
That is a room. It looks like it was older, built from kind of a while ago, and it looks like there were cages in there, but the entire place is broken down and damaged. It was either under construction when the dwarves came, or it has fallen into disrepair, or was just destroyed by the dwarves.
I'm gonna continue.
Yeah, as you continue, you notice another group, different than the first, of axemen training. It looks like there's a night crew and a day crew training at all times.
Okay. I will kind of keep my wandering. I'll say hello to a couple of these cacti. And then wander over to this clump over here, trying to see what's around this building.
Yep, it just goes on for a while, and it's just castle wall. The 4 little pieces of wood there are slightly raised towers where skiffs could dock, sand skiffs. There is currently nothing docked.
Have I seen any of the gnomes while I've been out and about?
No. They seem to go to sleep at night.
Okay.
Or hide at night.
On the way back, I want to try and poke my head into the tent, see if any of the gnomes are around.
Flaps are closed and tied up as if they're saying, "Don't bother us."
I'm gonna gently knock on the first one.
After a little while, a girl goes, "Who is it?"
Oh, it's Cortenius. I'm new here.
"Go away! It's nighttime. I'm trying to sleep."
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought nighttime was when you walked around.
"Go to sleep."
That's barring. And walk away. Say I'll talk to these cacti and then go back towards where Nala is.
Okay.
slowly making my way.
Sure.
I didn't see any other ways into the
A few
castle.
minutes later, you hear a followed up by alarm, alarm, alarm! Doors crash, dwarves screaming, there's some running around, and then there's a lot of commotion from within the castle on the walls. Several guards have been posted. Something happened.
Do I see anything obviously indicating my friends?
Let's go to you guys. What are you guys up to as you guys come barreling out of there?
I'm gonna be running towards the like the outskirts of town, I guess. Just
Okay.
trying to get out.
Sure. I mean, you guys are still invisible, and it is pretty open out there, and it is now dusk. It's basically nighttime. Let me go ahead and switch to the... So, yeah, it's not hard to disappear as the sun has now completely gone down. Dwarves do have dark vision, but y'all are invisible. It doesn't take much to escape.
Cool, and then so I'm just gonna kind of loop around a little bit further than the map goes, but then
Gotcha.
just loop back around, and then I'm gonna get down so that it's easy to get off.
Sure.
Oh. Dove gets off. You can't see it, but her hair's like...
We're approaching an hour of invisibility. We'll give you about 10 minutes left.
Alright.
I think we can probably just break though, right? Like we don't need
Yep,
it
I
anymore.
can drop it once we get close.
All right.
No.
That was really fun, and I would definitely want to try that again.
Yep, that was super fun. Not stressful at all. Hey,
And hearing
guys.
people approach, Uno would have thrown the sacks on Nala
Oh.
and has like finger on her ankle ready to turn her invisible.
It's
like,
us.
hands slightly buried in the sand on her ankle.
It's us. It's us.
Prove it. Say something that only Dove would know.
If Flint doesn't keep any food in his kitchen,
Roll deception. No, wait, history.
Me?
Yeah.
Huh, that's good enough for me.
he didn't have any food in there when we stayed.
You did?
Yeah, that works. That works for Uno. He believes it.
Okay.
Okay. Nala's safe. I feel like we bonded, better friends, and I know things that you don't know. So look at that. Secrets can be fun for people too. But doesn't it suck when you don't know? Cortinius and Dove.
Oh, me?
Cool.
Oh, you knew
Cool.
all this about Nala being, and you didn't even
I
tell me.
found out like an hour before you.
That's an hour.
it
That you could have
wasn't-
told me.
Uno, no. See, this was Nala's thing, and I wasn't gonna tell other people unless Nala was comfortable with it. You
I'm
don't just out someone
just
when
razzing
they're
you.
not ready.
I've been sitting here twiddling my thumbs, hoping that you went and did. Nala had a panic attack, and I had to, tell her that everything was all right.
Well,
But it was a
I-
lie. I didn't know that everything was all right.
everything was wonderful, right, Altacles?
There's a bunch of dwarves, I guess. Are those what you call the short ones in the castle? And they're not very good at fighting.
As blood
Yes.
drips out of Dove's arm where she got hit with an axe.
That'll buff
Not
out.
like a lot, but like, yeah.
It'll buff out.
Alright,
You're
so
horrible.
what are y'all
Buff
doing?
Court would like to share what all he found out. So you remember, okay, Alticles, you're not going to remember this, but we'll explain it to you in a minute. You three remember the big metal guy they had fighting against the crabs?
Yes.
Yeah, sprayed fire.
Yeah, they've made a bunch of those. They've got 8. They're a bit smaller and faster. They have about the same weaponry. They can shoot fire. They can shoot an arrow volley, according to the guy I talked to. They're magic resistant, and they're magnetic. They can attract any metal within 30 feet around them, which could be really useful because it includes the dwarves as of right now.
Do they have to be manned, or?
I don't know. They're still under construction, kind of. They're up on the wall up there in those cages. And there was one missing. They said they had 8. I only saw 7. But
If
they're mostly made.
If they were manned, like if a person has to control it, do you think that one of them could take out another one of them?
I don't know, but also I think if we could just like push whatever button turns on their magnetism, it could just sort of chain reaction.
That's a good idea, Court.
Also, they are really, really bad against water, and I can make water. So that's a good thing.
Did you make up all of those words?
I only made up 2 of those words. Alta, please. Good catch.
Cortinius,
Cool.
did they look like, what sort of movement did they seem like they were capable of?
They said they were pretty fast. They were a bit like smaller and slimmer than the big guy we saw before. I would assume they could run. I don't know if they can fly. I don't think they can.
We could keep those in mind as like a potential escape plan if we need to get out of here early.
We
We could also just try to muck them up.
We could. They're planning to use them to fight the orcs, is what he said. Because of metal. Because
I know that word. You guys have orcs?
Not here, I don't think, but they're where they're trying to get back to.
They were speaking about one of the gods soon, I think, battled the orcs, but with an undead army, but they failed. But they did it on purpose so that the orc armies would underestimate them too. So it sounds like they're setting the orcs up for like a major fall.
Also, the guy said that they have a patron of sorts who has helped teach them how to make these guys better, the metal guys.
Well, you remember when we were in that room, the voice through the orb. I'm sure that's who this person is. This god or this power.
Yeah, I'm not positive, but I think he came through maybe from the Warriors Playground with them. I don't know. But they are all pretty jazzed about the idea of this fight. Also, there's at least 2 of the companies of Axemen, because there's another one that was training over there.
That's a lot.
Should we ask the scaly bat, Nala? I did not catch her name ever. Actually,
codename Alan.
Alan, call her Alan.
Alan. Should we ask her what she thinks?
I mean,
she's
underneath us right now. Like, she's listening to this, right?
Sorry, no, I forgot about that. It's Alan. Sorry about that. Takes the sax off. You were so quiet. You did such a good job.
Well, I mean, I realized they were our friends, but I didn't want to disrupt any conversation y'all were having. I mean, I like the idea of destroying the machines. If you can activate them, Court, in some way, allowing them to connect, that's a chain reaction. You can set it off. If you can activate one of them on the fire, cause water to spread, you can disband the Axemen. I mean, two good key
Us-
things.
Because if they could stick together and then one of them fires and I throw a bunch of water at it, they'd all get caught on fire.
Exactly. I mean, the biggest point is you said they're elevated, right?
Well, yeah, they're up on the... That was up on the wall, right, Alex?
Yep.
Yeah.
About 10
Yeah.
feet up.
Well,
They're
I
up-
mean, that
they're
would
up
be
on
the
the
only
castle wall up
thing.
there.
It's just getting up there and being able to take care of them. What about
There's a
the
ladder.
way out of here? I mean, did y'all find anything that we could use to get out besides the airship, or that I could take
No.
ahead?
Well, those... I mean, I don't know if they're really a way out, but those scaly dog things, they're really easy to let out of their cage. Also wanted to point that out to you guys.
So there's some.
There's just like a
creatures-
little button. There's like a button by their door, and it just opens.
I don't know.
Did we
Not
want to
sure.
yank that orb too?
What orb?
Yeah.
Yeah, that orb is going to be a problem for the Grove.
So, to find this orb, I think we need like a distraction of some sort, maybe.
Like
I'm the
all
best
the
distraction you got, but I would use that as a
Like-
last resort.
Or like all the lizard dogs escaping at the same time.
Mhm.
That'll work.
along with the centipede creatures.
I'm usually good
That
at
are tied up.
sneaking, but here I don't seem to be good at sneaking. So I wonder if I would be good to use as a distraction.
Well, you're really fast, right?
I don't mean to brag, but I think I'm a little.
You could like run past all the cages and let them all out really fast. Because it's just a button you have to hit. You could just run past and smack the button. Keep running.
I could do that.
Realistically speaking, how many of those scaly boys were there compared to how many X-Men?
There were like four or five. There were like four in the cage, right?
Yep. No, 2 per cage.
2 per cage, sorry. So there's 8 of them, but they do have them pretty well like caged up, and they've got like a separate little way to feed them. So I think they're like attack animals of some kind.
But I'm just thinking, like, if we wanted to create a diversion or a distraction or really occupy as many of these people as possible, I think we might need something a bit on a grander scale.
Ooh, like a worm.
Oh, y'all talking
Wasn't
about
it-
the worm that one
Yeah.
eyed, one leg, one arm? What was that hook guy's name? I fixed his hook.
Larry?
The
Yeah, that one.
Larry.
the gnome in the shop mentioned the worms. I don't know if this is actually canon or was just Alex fucking with us.
I mean, if we could draw a worm to attack here, and then
Well,
let
he
out
said
the
that-
creatures and everything, that would be a way to just really disrupt the whole operation.
Well, he said that
Truthfully.
they travel at night because you're less likely to attract them. So we could lure them in during the day, maybe. And I think if you just kind of like rhythmically move, it attracts them somehow.
Altacles, do you still have that drum?
Yeah, I have a drum. Which one of you guys is best at animals and hunting and things?
That's a complicated question.
Well, I wouldn't say anybody
Animals-
is best
Animals
with
is
animals.
Court.
Would be Court and Uno, but if you're talking about
Yeah.
hunting things, that'd probably be me. But that's just we have different specialities.
I think with your help, do we have to stay here another day?
Well, the airship
have-
ain't gonna be back.
Until tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Sorry, it'll be in the morning.
Oh, this morning.
No.
We have
So we got all
24
Go through
hours.
tomorrow
You got a full day.
and tomorrow
Another-
night.
Okay.
Day and a night.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
With your help, I think we can wrangle maybe 1, 2, maybe even 3 worms.
You guys could. You and Nala, can you? Or Alan, can you ride on Altacles? Is that
Yeah. No, I.
possible?
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
I weigh a decent
Could
amount,
they-
but he's pretty strong looking.
Could they just like go off? Could an invisible Nala and an Altacles go into the desert tomorrow morning, and then come back with some worms to attack the camp?
I honestly think she could get away with a big hat. Frankly.
Y'all just tell me what to do. I just know I shouldn't be around any of those acolytes or anybody that's already been changed and is
Well,
a part of the Fae.
You going worm hunting would also keep you out of reach of the camp.
Yeah.
Well, you're not wrong. There's one concern I have, and Dove, maybe you'll understand. I'm going after creatures. If y'all are sending me, I'm going hunting for beasts. And the thing that's trying to take me, well, that's his domain.
That'd make you better at it.
Yeah, maybe you could use it to your advantage.
I'll do my best.
You still have those potions, right? Like you could still.
Yeah. I mean, I was.
If you feel
scared
like
and nervous, but I hadn't felt anything. Nothing's felt wrong. But I don't know. I must trust myself. You know.
If you feel like trying to lure in a beast is getting you feeling wrong, like you have the potion to drink.
All right. Yeah, that's fair. I think that might be the best plan. It gets me away from here at least. Then you can truly say you don't know where I am.
I mean,
100% honest.
I'm sure we can cause some mild chaos for a day.
Yeah, break a few things, let some creatures out. You never know.
I want to break all of the things.
That is my goal. I do really want to break all of those metal guys, but
Well, don't we have those 2 scrolls? What did those scrolls do, Dove?
Blindness and deafness.
I definitely think you can use those on some people to assist you with.
well, we could.
I would really like. I mean, I had a great time exploring the castle with Altacles, but I think it could be explored further. And I'll be quite honest. I think Court, you would be the most capable.
You want a jumping spider to crawl around the castle again?
A jumping spider, a cat, whatever you can do.
Oh,
but
or you could turn into a worm or a snake.
Well, but not like a big one. Like
No.
just like
Well,
a
small ones.
I
so
mean,
different.
even if you're a
Scouting
small-
mission as an earthworm.
you could be a smaller creature, and you
I get
could
a
be
really good view of the first 10 feet.
Oh,
the
you
hall.
could be a fly. What about
Except they have no
fly?
eyes.
Well, you could be a
fly around.
smaller creature, but you could also be invisible while being a smaller creature, which
Oh,
would like double down.
but I mean, if I was a fly, would I need to be invisible?
No, but like, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
What are you going to do as a fly?
Well, we're talking about options to explore
Can
the
you-
castle.
Are you able
Got it.
to fly?
I can't right now.
Mm.
No.
Okay.
Or how quickly
but-
can you change between shapes?
I think 12 seconds is the max because I have to turn back into Court before I can turn into an animal.
Could you fly into that room?
I
turn
can't
into
fly.
Court? No, when you're
I can't fly at all.
as you can't turn into a fly.
I can't turn into a flying creature for
All right.
several
Well, what could you
levels.
turn into that would allow you to sneak into a room and then turn into you, break the orb, and turn back? Because if
I
you could
mean-
do that, that would take care of one thing.
Well, to Court, if you could be something that is smaller but capable of carrying something, if you pick something up, it would turn invisible if you were holding it.
That's true.
Monkey.
Oh! I've
don't
seen a
think I
monkey
can-
before.
I guess I could turn into a monkey, maybe. I don't know what CR a monkey is.
I'll find it. That's a great question. It's probably only one at most.
Well, I can do CR 1/4, right now because I'm not terribly high level and I'm not circled the moon.
I think too. We're talking about destroying the orb, but if it's something really, really, really powerful, like the chance of destroying it would probably be
yeah,
CR0.
But
I think it'd be more of I could just.
if it's
Take
something
it?
really powerful, could we use it against them?
Would
Take
we even
it?
know how
Well,
to
I
use
mean,
it?
Well,
it'd be
as
better
long
to
as they don't
us have it
it,
than them have it.
as long as they don't have it, it doesn't matter if it's strong
We
or
could-
not, right?
Y'all
we
just
could
Well, what if-
don't let me touch
potentially-
it.
What if it's one of those weapons that really it's like a giant horse filled with soldiers that you bring into a city, and that's how you use it, is by giving it to someone else, and then you invite chaos to them.
Ooh.
It could also be used to track us, maybe, depending on how they're connected to it.
Yeah.
Do you want to go in and look at? I looked at it, but I didn't get a close look at it. Maybe a closer look. It's also being guarded, so. But if you're something that's invisible,
If I'm something like small, I could.
yeah.
I know that I can't
Sandworm?
turn into an animal, but
You could go.
I
look
can
for
make
it.
myself invisible, and I am rather sneaky.
You're kind of sneaky. You could come with me, maybe.
But I understand if we do. I wouldn't want
No.
caught in there by himself in case something goes bad.
I feel like that's a good idea though, because if anything happens, like, stuff happened with Altacles and myself, you could at least send an SOS,
That's true. Uno can talk to you guys from a distance. I can't do that.
Alright, so Altacles and myself, we're going hunting for worms.
Yes.
Alright. Don't forget Boris, and y'all make sure to take care of
I can stay with
yourselves.
Boris.
I mean,
I can
if we
stay with
leave
Boris.
right at the crack of dawn, we can probably get back here with something maybe by lunchtime.
So, Alex, question.
Yeah.
Have I seen any particular insects or creatures around this little desert encampment that wouldn't stick out?
Yeah.
Scorpion.
It's pretty sparse, but you would see locust, scorpion.
Okay.
Seven-legged
So we'll be
spiders for
able
some
to-
reason. Not sure if he lost a leg and he's going after the guy who took it, or if they just have 7 legs for some reason.
I could be a
Alright.
scorpion.
How much time we got left?
We have 24 hours.
Alright.
Yeah, as it starts to get to the middle of the night, who's sleeping, who's doing what? And then
Sleeping for sure.
next day, what do you guys do? Okay.
And then Nala and Altacles are gonna ride out to find some sandworms. Big scary worms.
Okay. You guys are going after sandworms as the rest of the night goes by kind of without incident. The area calms down pretty quickly, actually. You would expect them to be on guard for a while, but they're not, and they seem to just be going back to what they're doing. The army is going back to training, and you hear them doing training drills as the morning comes. They seem to be very intent on training and preparing for some sort of a fight. What is it that you guys are doing? 2 of you are going after sandworms.
Yeah, at dawn, as soon as
Okay.
just the very light of rays. We're up
Did this
and
count
going
as a
out.
long rest?
Yes, it counts as a long rest.
Okay, so
I'll give you guys a signal. It'll be a worm.
That's a
I
great.
want to see a centaur doing the worm.
He
Oh,
is
man.
accurate in that statement. Altacles, may I hop up on your back and let us ride out to find some worms?
Okay. And what are the others of you guys doing?
I guess I'm gonna stay with Boris, and I'm going to be around for backup.
Okay. And then the other two Zaviums?
We're gonna try and sneak into the castle. Right?
Yeah, I imagine they're going to be on a little bit high alert after the previous attempt. I heard an alarm going off.
That too.
Definitely not. That wasn't us. I think
Wasn't
there's something
anything.
else. Yeah.
Actually, is the wind?
Yeah, maybe like something else happened. A worm
Yeah.
attacked.
Yeah. I think it was sand snakes. Actually, that's what I heard.
Yeah. So well, I can only make one of us invisible.
Well, I can be like a little
All
critter.
right. Perfect. If I am holding on to you, then you're invisible too. All right. I'm carrying you.
Does that work?
Wait.
If you're like part of my equipment, if I put you in my bag.
I'm going to allow it.
Haha.
But if you get hit, Cortinius, you have to roll a d20. If you roll a 5 or less, he gets hit wherever you are, and you lose your 1 hit point as a bug and revert to Cortinius size from within his pocket, tearing his shirt.
I really
Okay.
wouldn't want mine. Shirt torn. Well, maybe Dove can make us both invisible. Cause she can do that, and then do you even need to be invisible? Yes. I don't know. Yeah. All right.
I don't
It's fine.
think
The shirt can be torn. It's fine.
I don't think I need to be invisible. I think I can just be wandering around.
Okay.
What's the smallest thing I can turn into? Great question. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Scorpion, I guess.
It's gonna be slow moving.
Uno, you got a scorpion in your pocket.
Oh, all right, perfect. Then Uno would, here, since no one can see me disappear, would cast invisibility
Okay.
with my shadow touch.
All right. So you're invisible. You guys going in through the castle again?
Yes, but I would have told Uno that there is potentially a way in near the mechs.
Near the what? Oh, the mechs,
The
the
top.
mechanical things.
There was a ladder up there, and then I'm willing to bet. I mean, I'm guessing there's a door, and I don't think it's quite as heavily guarded as the main entrance.
Let's climb. Uno's heading over.
Okay. Yeah, climbing up there is no problem.
Woo.
Oh, where's Quartz token? Oh, there I am.
I'm gonna use Boris to watch what Uno's doing. Again.
Yeah, no worries. Looking around there, what are you doing?
Points to his chest and casts message to the scorpion. Do we want to muck about at all here? Are we just holding off on these?
You hear scratch, 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 scratch.
Damn it.
No,
I can
It's-
respond
it's-
telepathically.
yeah, mentally.
Nice.
Yeah, and you maintain your mental
Yep.
statistics.
That's fair.
Mental facilities.
Couldn't hurt to poke around a bit.
Yeah, Uno would just kind of check him out without like actively interacting with anything, but just seeing like if he can figure out.
Like, does it
Where-
look like a person sits inside them? Does it?
Yes, it most certainly does.
And where would splashing water be would maybe do the damage?
Roll investigation.
Are there like a bunch of buttons on the inside?
Push all the buttons, Uno. Push all the buttons.
Yeah, as I was gonna say, you don't really know what buttons and mechanical controls are. I mean, we all have a reference because we've been growing up with it, but would you guys actually know what that stuff is?
Uno, definitely not.
Push all the buttons. Just push all the buttons.
I don't think any of y'all would because you haven't come from a place that has any mechanical anything. Flint would have.
Well, you did say that I recognize the button to release the lizard dogs on the there.
Yeah, you know what a button is, I guess.
Know what buttons are.
Yes, you know what buttons are. But the actual mechanics of it and how it all works and functions, you might be able to figure it out. But yeah, knowing its weak points and all that, you're not really a mechanic. It has legs.
We're not trying to pilot it. We're just trying to see.
Okay.
All right. And in looking around, do I see a place where I might be able to get into the castle from up here?
Give me a perception check.
Is this like a hallway to the right, or is that like...
To the right? No.
Like that?
Solid rolls.
Is that like a
No,
wall?
that is nothing. That's
Okay.
just a failure to build a cohesive map on this.
Your nat 1 is still an 11.
With that, even though it is a nat 1, and you do have whatever that feat that I hate is, you are able to find the not so hidden door up here that leads into the guard shack.
This hidden door?
Yes.
Yeah, he would just try to open it as quietly as he can.
Okay, give me a stealth as you open it, and then go ahead and open it.
Advantage because of invisible? Question?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Sweet.
I mean, you open it. It's now an open door in a place that was otherwise closed as the one guard in there, confused as to why his door has opened, begins approaching the door. What do you do with him now about 10 feet away?
Can we
Try to slip in.
All right. With that stealth... You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, you're able to slip past him as you just move past him.
Now, for whatever reason, it's not letting me actually move past the door barrier.
Because it's closed. Now it's open. Try it.
Still not.
Still not.
There we go. Now we can.
What is it with you guys indoors? It's not that hard.
Won't let me go through the door.
It has nothing to do with our skill, Alex.
I think if someone else
when it was
is clicking
open,
on it, it doesn't work for you.
Well, when I was opening it, like
Morrison, what is wrong with you guys?
I couldn't see that it was like my vision didn't change either to like show that I could like see into the room, which it should.
All
right.
It's
Yeah.
your fault, Alex. It's all your fault.
I don't
Yep.
think it's user error.
I really don't.
You guys get into the guard shack, no problemo. And you're able to move through the catwalks in between, and you're just going to go ahead and reappear over here because it's easier than going frame by frame. There's Uno, Cortinius, and Boris. Meanwhile, as you guys go into where the barracks is, there's a servant in there and what looks like a dwarven guard sleeping. It has been 20 minutes. That's how long your invisibility you have used. Meanwhile, you're scratching Boris and he is actually loving it, Dove. I guess I got nothing for you to do right now. Okay, worm hunters. What are you guys doing as you're tromping around in the desert? Are you going fast? Are you going slow? What are you trying to do?
We're going fast until... Well, so I'm going to just focus on... And you can correct me if this is not a good plan, Nala. But I'm just going to be going fast and letting you scan the area for worms.
Yeah, I'm continuously scanning the horizon for any movement as we come across the
Worm sign?
desert.
Looking for worm sign? Got it.
Looking for worm sign!
All right.
We're gonna make noise. As soon as we see a worm sign...
Gotcha.
We're gonna
Give
start
me
making
a nature, I guess, with advantage, Noah. Was that 19? I saw a 9.
No,
it was a
20. Minus
nat
1.
20.
It was a nat 20 minus 1.
Yeah. after tromping around for what seems like ages, it was really only about an hour. You actually find one right away, and there is a worm out there and running around. Are you guys running towards it, parallel, trying to attract it?
So I'm probably gonna ask Alticles to just pause. I'm gonna like hit him on the shoulder and tell him to stop, and then I'm gonna get him to get his drums out, and I'm gonna ask him
trying to
start,
attract it.
like, I'm actually gonna ask him to basically start trotting in place while playing the drums.
Yeah. No, it takes notice of you. With a nat 20, it is now curious and begins moving towards you, slowly accelerating. Seems pretty large.
So as it starts to, as soon as we notice it's coming toward us, I'm gonna tell Alticles to slowly turn around and start still trying to hit his drums, but start like trotting away. And I'll tap him again. I'll tell him like, I will tap you again to start speeding up if it starts getting faster. So he's just drumming away.
Do the thing.
Okay.
We're just trying to keep its attention and focus on us.
Yeah. No, it's moving your guys' way.
And I'm gonna also, I'm paying attention, but I'm gonna keep scanning their horizon to see if we've attracted any others, because we are technically trying to attract more than one.
I got you. So far, no.
Okay. And we're just gonna start looping it around. We don't want it to get right there, because we think it's been a while, but it probably ain't been that long.
Yeah. No. You guys are, you're attracting a giant worm. I mean, he's following you.
All right.
I've got perfect rhythm, and it's only been an hour.
Yeah, and we're gonna start looking for another one. We're gonna start looking for a second giant worm as we keep this one locked in on our playful drumming and cantering around.
Yeah, trying to attract multiple giant sandworms. What could go wrong? Okay.
Exactly. Thank you.
As they're running back to the camp.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, I get what they're doing.
Like
I've seen Dune, so you gotta ride it by getting the hooks in the right spot.
We're doing like a zigzag pattern back, just to see if we can attract any other worms. Just, having fun.
Alright. For sake of interesting, because I don't want Dove to be bored, because I literally will have nothing for you. Were you with Cortinius and Uno?
No.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
I'm giving you the option here, because otherwise I don't think you're going to be able to do literally anything else.
Nope, I'm playing backup. That was the plan. So when either they come in with the sandworms or the inside people.
She could be like walking around pretending to still find Nala, because technically no one knows where I am.
Yeah.
Technically. Alright, if you insist. Okay.
I'm gonna stick close enough to the castle so that if Uno sends a message, I can pick it up.
Yeah, it's plausible. Last chance. You sure you're not with Cortinius and Uno?
Maybe you're with us.
Does the DM want me to be with Cortinius?
Yes, because otherwise you're going to be bored.
With them. Yeah. All right.
Because I'm just thinking, I'm like, this could take the rest of the session. I don't want you to sit here and do nothing.
Well, then,
you can be invisible as well.
Okay.
Because I know you have that spell. All right. Well, so
can we retcon Uno having to use his slot, because I can use a
that's fine.
Slot
so the three of you are now in the barracks, where there is currently one dwarf sleeping, one servant in there making a bed. You guys walk in without issue, having gone through the walls of the castle, and you are now somewhere semi-deep in whatever this castle is. What do y'all want to do? It has been 20 minutes of invisibility.
Oh, we gotta go to the room where isn't the orb in the other room that we were in?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just trying to go room to room.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe not room to room, but wherever you would guide us, but move quickly.
Trying to get to the orb, right?
Looking for that orb.
But also looking at the other rooms. So we know were there. It's hard for me to see the doors here. This is a door in the upper right.
Yes.
What, you guys want to go through that?
It's as good a door as any.
I am sitting in Uno's pocket. I don't.
Okay. Slipping through that door.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys slip through, the servant watches the door open with a little bit of shock and horror and just goes back, and you can see her quickly, nervously making the bed.
Smart.
Walking in there's another servant. She's making some beds, doing some cleaning. She sees the door open. Cortinius, I'm assuming you're with Uno as you're literally in his pocket. She moves over and closes the door, not really thinking, and then goes back to cleaning.
Perfect. Carry on.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Dove and I kind of knew where the orb was last, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you knew where the room they had a meeting was. Is that where you're trying to go?
Oh, that orb where we had the meeting, that's not the orb they were speaking of, correct? Or is it the orb they
Yeah.
were speaking of as
Nobody
the orb?
ever said orb.
Oh.
No, somebody said orb.
Yeah,
We
they were
said
talking
orb.
to one. You guys said orb, yeah. They said the weapon.
The weapon,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
That was a-
yeah.
We'll call it a Palantir. Pulling from LOTR.
Palantir?
So we're just
Palantir? Maybe there's a
Something
team
like
of
that.
Palantir. It's a communication orb, which is, very cool and powerful, but not a super weapon of sorts.
Okay.
Aha.
Do we want to go to the north again and see if we just kind of slowly loop our way around through this castle?
Oh, quickly?
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think we'd go north.
Okay. As you get to that door, pressing on the handle, it does not open, and immediately you see a strange set of symbols. And let's see if I did my homework right.
Oh no.
Do we have a puzzle? Yay!
Puzzles.
Is it a keypad?
Oh, thank God I'm not there. Holy shit.
Now, I allow puzzle solving as a group because it's fun.
Can we
But-
also roll for brains?
No. I mean,
What?
eventually, yes, if you're terrible at it, then yes, you can roll for I'm stuck, but for the most part, this is a little bit meta, but you guys get to solve a puzzle as humans rather than your characters.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Kyle. No puzzles. Ah, puzzles. Put this bottle back together.
I love that show so much. They're like, I swallowed a lot of glass, but it held.
Oh,
Okay.
All right, this is gonna be fun.
So this is we're putting numbers in the pyramid, correct?
That is how it looks.
Okay.
So each of them has to equal up to 9 in some way.
Maybe.
But you
You have to use
Oh,
all
I
the
guess
numbers,
each-
and each of them has to equal up to 9 in some way.
Each of them being like each
lines?
leg of the triangle.
Yeah, well, you see the corners, the gold
Uh-huh.
bars. I'm guessing like the points of the triangles, maybe. And like you add across or together. I don't know.
do we think it's like each corner and the two touching it, or do we think it's each line? Like each
I
side of
almost
the
feel like it's each line, but I could be wrong because there's no way you could make 9 with just these numbers 3 times. Does that make sense? But either way, if you get it wrong, you have to take a slide. So, get ready to drop.
Yeah, maybe that takes us exactly where we want to go.
That's true, too.
Wouldn't that be lovely? The solution is to fail the puzzle. Just jump over
Lamest
the edge.
puzzle ever.
Who's moving that bar? Are y'all playing with
I
these?
did that. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I thought maybe we could use these. Maybe it was like an individual thing and not a...
It's all of us. If you move it, everything gets moved.
Okay. Then I don't want to do anything. Puzzles give me anxiety.
You guys should be able to move the numbers.
I almost
think
want to
you-
do like 1, 2, 3 in the corners, and then fit 4, 5, and 6 individually in between, and that way they'll add up. Because the
But-
lowest numbers will be at the points.
I don't think that will add to 9. Though.
I'm gonna draw it. Let me
Yeah,
see.
I mean, the problem is we need to figure out, in what way are we trying to make 9?
It's going to
Wait,
be
no,
pretty
we can-
close. They won't
oh.
fit in perfectly.
Oh no!
3
you're
is
right,
now
though.
locked into place.
Oh no!
Who moved 3?
Oh, no.
Nope.
Okay,
3
I
is
didn't mean to
now
do that.
locked into
If
place.
they're not there, they can't move it.
Hang
Hold
on. Okay, everybody,
Okay,
calm
hold
down.
on. Nobody touch it or move it. Good heavens.
This is part of the
Okay,
fun
I'm
of
sorry.
group. This is part of the fun of group puzzles.
Nala, your idea, we could do each side adds to 9 if we put 1, 2, and 3 in the
Yeah.
corners.
Yep.
Wait, that's what I
Mhm.
was thinking.
Because then you
1,
put
2, and
6.
3 in the corners.
Because 1, 6, and 2, 2, 4, and 3, and 1, 5, 3.
Okay, try it. I mean, that's what I was thinking because it just seemed the most logical.
So,
I'm only
1, 2,
towards
and 3 go in the corners.
Okay,
between 1 and 2 should be 6.
that's fine.
Between 2 and 3
2
should
and 3 should be 4.
5.
No,
Wait,
2 and 3
4.
should be 4.
Yeah, 2 and 3
3.
should be 4, and 3 and 1.
You hear a heavy click, followed by another click and another click, and the door opens as I check my math.
Oh.
Yes. That is one of the acceptable solutions.
We're
And the
not
door
dumb.
Opens.
Wow.
It's a group project, guys. It's a group project. Everybody needs
That
to
was
value
pretty
it up.
quick. Good job, guys.
As you hear a quick, "Ah! Ah!" and then the door behind you opens. Right as that door opens, the dwarf wakes up, ready to fight as the poor servant comes running through, slamming the door behind her, not sure why the door magically opened. The locked door that has never opened suddenly opens.
Going in.
Yep.
We're going in?
Yep, I guess so.
I mean, is
I'm
that
with you.
crackling lightning in front of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is high amounts of electricity that seem to be moving through the room. There is what looks like one of those guardians. There is somebody in it, and it is slowly moving around as the guardian turns, kind of with a seeing the door open. It doesn't move, but it does raise up its flamethrower arm and turn it, locking it into place.
Pointed
Give me
where?
a stealth roll, Cortinius and Dove, please.
At advantage because we're invisible.
Yes.
And not Uno?
Oh, yeah, Uno and Dove, not Cortinius. Cortinius, if you get engulfed in fire, you're gonna rip his shirt.
That's fine.
Not my shirt.
Can I guide myself?
Sure.
Guide yourself. All advantages are good.
Uno likes to touch. Or Dove likes to touch. Or something.
That's
They're
so
touchy-feely.
mean. Just
So
stop.
touchy-feely.
The Guardian doesn't seem to do anything immediately, but it does start taking steps towards where you guys are. What are you guys doing as this thing fills up a third of the room?
Looking around the
It's-
room to see
It's
what's in
moving
here.
towards the door.
It's moving towards where it saw the door open, yes.
Okay. I'm assuming we moved away from the door, right?
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
As it takes several heavy steps, it begins swinging its arm around looking for something. There's electricity crackling. Uno and actually everybody, give me a wisdom saving throw.
You mean those 3 in the room?
Those 3 in the room, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Fuck this room, Dove. this place is terrifying. There is electricity, lightning all over the place. You gotta get out of here. Dove, you are compelled to leave this room as fast as you can, as this is terrifying. Uno, you don't feel a scared scorpion. She's fine. Or Scorpion's fine. He's fine. Uno, you kind of figured out that, okay, this lightning is only going between points. Dove, however, this lightning is moving between points. You could be the next point. Who knows?
Is there another door behind us there?
Yeah.
That's the one I would be trying to go through then.
Yep.
Do we see anything else in the room other than the giant mech?
Yeah. At the very far end, there is some sort of a giant metallic sphere-ish thingy. There's some other weird stuff in there, but Dove, you got to get out of here now.
I mean, we wouldn't know that Dove is getting out of here now.
Nope.
I mean,
Probably not.
So I think Uno would, poke around over here.
Okay, Dove, you throw open the door. It is not locked from the inside, but it looked like it could have been locked from the outside. You exit the room hurriedly and find yourself alone in whatever that hall is. It's quiet in there, and you're all alone. There's a gentle drip of water, as it seems to be some sort of a fountain. However, you guys running over to that giant spherical thingy, there's several pieces of metal layered on top of each other. Give me a perception check. You gotta be kidding me. Her 4 is a plus 10? God, I hate bards. Yeah, that'll be enough. Your 10 is lower than his 4.
Yep.
I'm annoyed by this. The golden giant sphere looks like it fits into the back of the metallic creature somehow.
Is this when we're doing the snatch and grab thing?
The snatch and grab thing?
It's a giant piece of metal, giant being about 3 feet across.
Yeah, if
I mean, you could carry it, yes.
I turn
maybe.
into court, stand up, grab it, turn back into an animal, it's on my person.
True.
Oh, that's dirty.
Is
this a weapon?
How does weight work for that, though?
It's just carried stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of vague in that.
Yeah, it is.
We don't. I mean, this isn't the weapon. Wait, you said it looks like it slots into the back of it.
Yeah.
Well, Nick is as confused as Uno is at whatever the hell this thing could be.
Just take it.
What are you going to do with it as it looks cool?
Court's got it. Sounds like.
I'm checking the
We believe in Quintinus.
I was just checking encumbrance rules.
Okay. I'll trust you. Plus, don't you have the bag of holding?
You have a bag of holding.
No bag.
Mm-hmm.
Do I?
I thought somebody had a bag of holding.
There is no bag.
Oh, never mind.
There's a party loot, but there's no bag.
Yeah, there's just Dove holding the party.
I mean,
Does
Okay,
just-
never mind.
I have one. I guess I
Yeah.
could just have one, you know?
No,
No,
we should
we
probably
can
go through
retcon that. Yeah.
Nah,
Okay.
it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. So
I'm
what are you
pretty
guys
sure I had
doing?
one.
Is
I
the
would-
giant thing looking at us?
Technically,
Or
no.
or is
It's
it
more concerned
focusing
with
on
the
the
door
door?
that just randomly opened.
It's distracted.
All right. I guess we're doing this.
Do we want it or do we want to break it?
Either way, a scorpion climbs out of your pocket, and I'm gonna pop up next to you. I'll look at you and say, "Take or break."
Take.
Okay, I grab it, and then I'm going to spend my Last.
Right as you grab it and remove it from its housing, suddenly the scimitar in your bag flies out of the bag. Give me a dexterity saving throw as this thing goes whizzing past your ear.
Okay. How do I...
You barely dodge it as the scimitar gets stuck to this thing, making a loud clang as it is now magnetized to that. The giant metallic creature, hearing the clang, turns around immediately.
And I will shape back into a scorpion.
Turning back into a scorpion.
Break dances.
And drop back onto Uno's hand.
Alright, you have this thing in your inventory?
I mean, yeah, I'll write giant metal ball.
Uno, do you have any metallic items on you? A hand axe?
Yeah, I have hand axe. So
Yeah.
touching the sphere, like activated.
Removing it from its containment has activated the magnets on it, and now all of your metallic objects are being attracted to it. This giant creature now starts getting attracted to this giant metallic whatever this is,
I was gonna
as
say,
you have stolen
control it.
the magnet for the Guardian.
Ah. Okay. Well, at least we're learning how things work.
As you turn into a scorpion, I don't know what would happen if you suddenly shrank a giant magnet. I'm assuming it would just turn into one of those refrigerator magnets.
Yeah, does it
So
make it
the-
small?
Loses
the
some of its
magnetization stops.
What level of
It.
electromagnetic science are we allowing in this universe?
I don't know. This is all virgin territory for me. So it is just going to freak out and shoot a cone of fire at you guys. Uno? I hate your freaking super rolls. You need a DC 15 to escape that, or Cortinius is going to take at least 1 point of damage.
On a deck save, you say?
Deck save.
I got
I'm
a plus
pretty
6.
sure you cannot fail.
Damn.
As you roll out, this thing sets the room on fire.
And we're just, we're getting the fuck out of here, I guess.
Zooming over to the open door.
All right. Meanwhile, we'll call that 10 extra minutes of invisibility. You are at 30 minutes of total invisibility. Meanwhile, this
Uno has to make up for Kale's terrible rolls.
Yeah, right?
yeah, like I'm never Kaling again. All right, so this worm is now chasing you. What are you twos doing?
He keeps asking
How
me if
fast?
we need to start throwing fruit at it, get it to keep following us.
All right, this worm is now following you guys curiously, excitedly. It's slowly picking up speed, but at your breakneck fastest speed, even carrying the 300 weight unit Dragonborn,
250.
You are
I'm
faster
not
than the
that
worm.
Heavy.
I thought we'd established you were 300.
I'm 250
Weight units.
pounds.
How much?
250.
250. Okay.
That's
Hang
on my
hang
card.
on. You're 250, but you're carrying 94 pounds of gear.
Oh yeah, that's true. I am.
So you're
Well,
actually
I'm
closer to
actually-
350.
I'm actually 240, so I'm actually closer to 325 probably.
Sure.
Well, can't Altacles carry like 500?
He can, yeah.
Yeah,
he's
no,
fine.
I can carry like
It's
I'm
fine.
large.
We're staying ahead of this thing. Can I turn around and just out of curiosity try and talk to it? My friends seem to think
Ooh.
for some reason that I should be able to communicate with it, so I'm gonna kind of like turn around and backwards be riding the centaur.
All right.
This is gonna feel really
What are
odd.
you saying to this giant worm that is now chasing you?
Gonna say hello. We're leading you to yummy food. If you follow us, please don't eat us. And see if it understands what I'm saying. I don't know.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Just making something up.
Okay. The thing does start following you. Now give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh crap.
You feel this heavy dark feeling kind of surround you, and the voice say, "Don't ask it. Order it. If you won't, I will."
And
As you feel the first pulling of Lord Oberon trying to help you maybe control it, or control
Why?
you to control it.
Do I sense anything? Or
Well, you are part beast, I guess. Give me Arcana.
okay. Don't know much about that.
Something about Nala just got a little bit taller. Not heavier, but she just has a little bit more power around her now.
Can I try and take my
Do you talk to beasts often?
Nala isn't really gonna respond to him because she's just quite rattled. Can I take my potion?
Yeah?
I don't remember the specs for the potion. Court,
Gives you advantage on a wisdom saving throw for a certain amount of time.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and check one of my potions, and then about face, and say, "Just keep drying. Just keep going.
Keep
Go."
driving.
I was gonna say keep driving, but Nala's just gonna say go.
Just keep
go."
swimming. Just keep swimming. Haha.
So I'm gonna start moving about 90 because I don't want to lose it or anything. I want it
Sure.
to keep up with us, but so 90 feet instead of the full 120.
You know what?
Okay.
Just for funsies here, let's see. 90 feet. How many feet
Fuck,
per
boys.
second is that? 90 divided by 6 is 15?
Yeah. Good quick maths. Jeez.
That's it? You're only moving at 10 miles an hour?
Yeah, it seems really slow, but
I
Huh.
mean,
But that's
people running.
I ran that fast the other day downhill for about 10 seconds.
so. I wonder if I should be faster, Alex. Just kidding. I don't.
I mean,
Make his
you
speed
can-
300. Come on.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the creature is able to follow you. You calculate its speed at a maximum charging distance of about 80 feet compared to your 90. So at 90, you could pull away from it, but seeing as how you don't want to, it's easy to give it a pace that it can chase you at, and it is now chasing you, following you.
Nala is gonna also direct Altacles to stop running in zigzag and start running straight. She's like, Altacles, just go. Just get us back. Get us back to Court, Dove, and Uno, because, like, Nala's just done. She's like, I'm not talking to any other creature right now. Unless it's like a dire emergency. And she's got the wisdom saving potion, or the wisdom, that potion rolling through her system now. The fact that she had to take that frightens her immensely. Or felt the need to take it.
That's weird because that feels very familiar to Altacles, and almost nothing in the past, like, since you've known him, has felt familiar. That's weird. But I will go.
As you guys are running around, we're going to switch back to our people inside. Dove, you smell fire, like a lot of it.
do you guys get it?
Yep.
You got the thing?
So
Oh, no,
Are you
not
sure?
the thing, but it's a thing.
Okay, let's go.
can't move court.
There's
Yeah,
only one
tokens
way out of this
Being
room.
weird. Aha.
Or is there two? I can't tell if
There's
the bottom
two.
is the door. The bottom's the door as well?
Well, bottom is the door. Oh, no, this room only has one entrance
Okay.
exit.
All right. Oh, I see a person.
Yeah, moving in there, there is a single guard. Smelling the smoke, he looks inside, sees the door open. What's going on here? Jerry! What is going on here? And his buddy behind him goes, "What's up, Ben?" And he runs over, and now the two of them are roughly blocking the door. What are you guys doing?
Hoping they're gonna walk past.
They sit for an extended period of time.
I mean,
wondering
would
why
they
the door
just
has
sit
opened.
there and watch fire come in from the other room, or would they do something?
I mean, they just smell the smoke. I guess they would be in line of seeing the fire in the other room. The mech thrashing around in there starts what sounds like stomping out the fire. They look at each other confused. One of us should check it out. And one of them walks through.
They close the door behind him.
Apparently. I grabbed the door instead of the token.
We slip by.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Yeah, stealth check. I will be right back in 2 minutes. Now's a great time for a group break. Gotta check on my little minion who is apparently freaking out.
Oh, poor minion.
Ooh, we'll deal with that one in a second. Oh. Alright, I'll be right back. We'll call it 5 minutes.
All right, 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Sweet.
I feel like you guys are making your way through the castle incorrectly, in the sense that you made it through more than 2 rooms.
In the sense that we didn't topple like dining room tables and shit.
I'm a little freaked out because Nala just had a god yell at her that if she doesn't yell at monsters correctly, it's gonna take over and do it itself. Not gonna lie, I'm just a little worried about that. A little concerned about what that means.
No big deal. You got this.
Yeah. Totally fine, guys. Totally fine.
So this is what I imagine that when Altacles is running chaotically, he looks like just arms flailing.
That's brilliant. Love that.
I feel like Altacles is very majestic.
Yes, but still in my head when it's just like like the freaking Benny Hall music is playing, as Altacles has no clue what's happening. Just like, oh shit,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
He's never
yeah.
been inside before. What do you want from him?
Exactly, right? So
Dove
like,
learned her lesson very quickly.
it's like when you put friggin' booties on a dog for the first time, like
Yeah.
that had to be disorienting for Altacles. Just like that.
It's like when you put a baby in grass. Like they're like, what the fuck is going on?
Gonna go get more water, BRB.
So you guys watched Avatar, right? Like The Last Airbender.
Yeah, I love that
Obviously.
show. Great show.
I feel like he's giving me a bunch of like Zuko episodes when they're like, we have to fit in every plot line we wanted to do with Zuko right now.
Right now.
And that's what's happening.
It's crazy.
Everyone gets a Zuko episode.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Courtney.
Do any of you happen to watch a show called I Think You Should Leave?
I've heard of it.
So it's by Tim Robinson. If you've watched Detroiters, he's in that. It's just like a weird, goofy dude. But it's sketch comedy, super short episodes, like 16 minutes. But they just dropped season 3, and it's preposterous and absurd. And it's a good, like, I don't know. It lets me know like, who has the same stupid sense of humor as me. It's one of those shows.
I've been following improv that's on TikTok lately. I'm gonna start watching their YouTube series. Some of their stuff is hilarious.
What kind of improv do they do?
They do some simple stuff where an audience like the change game. You ever played that one? Or seen that one?
Describe it because I might know.
So they set a scene, like one of the ones that I thought was really funny is it's two of the guys are basically in a graveyard and they've got a truck next to them. Or they're in a graveyard and one's digging up a grave. And so what'll happen is they'll start talking and improvising. And then the guy to the left of them, it's like out to the side, it's a part of the group, he'll yell, change! And so if someone says, oh, this is a wonderful evening. Oh, this is a terrible evening. And they have to, like, until he stops saying change, and then they can keep going throughout the scene. And so it'll be the most random things. And, like, one of them was like, I'm a man of science. Change. I am a man in love. Change. I am not a man at all. And so that was just silliness. And it's short and funny. It makes me giggle every time I watch it. Kind of reminds me of Whose Line Is It, the original.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Because I loved that when I was younger. I'd watch that for hours. I've watched some of
That was a
stuff,
sick
but-
day show. That was like you were sick.
If you could
It
catch
was on when you were sick. Yeah.
it was on when I was sick.
We watched that, like, must have been on syndication in the evenings. It was not like a stay-at-home. That was Price is Right was stay-at-home. Sick
Right,
day.
right, but like if they were playing reruns of it, depending on the channel, sometimes they would like have a marathon of it.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. What exactly is the show about? Is it something kind of like that, or is it more?
Oh no, I mean it's every like it's scripted sketches, so but everyone is different, and it's just basically it's the general premise of most of them is somebody is just being like incredibly like just weird in like breaking all like social mores and sometimes but like it always ends weird direction that you would never anticipate. You just
not like
have to watch it.
Python type
Or,
that, or is it more? I mean, I'll try and watch it. It sounds entertaining.
Yeah, I would just watch it. Like if you don't like the first sketch, then you're probably not gonna like the show.
Can you message me the title of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick, have you or anyone else do you watch Auntie Donna?
Yeah. So it's for my money, like it's that type, but much better. Auntie Donna has like a few haha sketches, but it pales in comparison.
Auntie Donna.
It's an
Everything's
old
getting
Everything's a drum.
They have one show on Netflix, Big Ol' House of Fun, but they do a weekly podcast.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They do sketches on the podcast as well.
There's a lot more beard than I expected for Auntie Donna.
Yes, it is 3 men from Australia, all of whom have
yeah.
beards.
Yeah, no, I just assumed Auntie Donna would be one woman, and instead it's 3 men. And that's a surprise in and of itself.
They work under like a, I guess, production company called Grouse House, and they do a lot of ridiculous ones as well. They have one called Hug the Sun, which is on YouTube, and it's making fun of a old like cult that was in Australia for a while.
I will check this out. I will check both of these.
Another good one is Baroness von Sketch. It's like an all-women group, Canadian. Silly.
Sorry about that. I had to do a scene-by-scene recap of the movie Finding Nemo. Anyway, as the fire starts to spread within the lab, the other dwarf does not notice you, somehow, running past him. What are you guys doing, as there only seems to be one entrance-exit?
Follow the path.
Okay.
Wait till he's not looking this way, and then...
I mean, he's not directly looking
Yeah.
at you now. Busting through that door, he turns around quickly, hearing the door open and moving back curiously. The door seems to go on to another room of some sorts.
What is that in the middle?
Some sort of a pillar. Looks interesting, nice. There's a fire going that's lighting the room beautifully. Nothing magical about it.
Alright. For sure? Or is that, like, nothing?
For sure, nothing magical about it.
Okay.
Right, well. Nice
Onward?
pillar of autumn, of eternity.
Nice. Moving onward. This door opens. In the center of the room, there is something strange. It's some sort of what looks like crushed glass. It does give off a magical essence. Just then, a few arcs from some sort of a electric magical device start arcing between the two of them. Give me wisdom saving throw, Dove, with disadvantage. Not Cortinius. I mean, you're a scorpion. You're not going to go anywhere.
Am I still making just a regular one?
Mm-hmm.
Pew pew pew.
Oh no.
Dove, you realize that this one is far enough away where it can't hurt you.
Alright.
Moving to the center of the room, you do see that crushed glass-looking stuff does give off some sort of a magical essence to it.
Have we ever seen anything like this before?
Dove, give me an
or
Arcana
heard?
check, as you might know what this is.
I'm gonna guide myself.
Sure.
But
It's cool.
Dove, you
It
sound
has
like you're
some sort of
choking.
a magical essence to it.
can we slide some in the bag?
All right.
Maybe?
Out of this pile,
Maybe?
what percentage of the pile are you trying to slide in the bag?
I'm whispering to Una.
Total pile would be about 10 to 15 pounds.
Ooh, can we touch it? Should we mage hand it?
Mage hand it. Pick a little bit up. No, we can't because we're invisible.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can. No, you can't. Never mind. Take it or leave it. You know.
Take it. I'll do it. And
Much of it.
Una would reach, just grab like a big handful.
Okay, so percentage of the pile, if it's 15 pounds, like a pound's worth?
Sure.
Okay. Add a pound of crushed glass to your... Not... I mean, that's all you know it as. It's essentially an unidentified item. It just looks like crushed glass.
Crystal.
Yeah, it's like a crushed crystal. By the way, you are now covered in glass cuts and just like your day... No, I'm kidding.
No, I was wearing the sock that's on my hand that Emil gave me.
Oh.
You put it in the pocket with the scorpion and accident.
Oops, sorry.
Poor Court's face. It's like, don't do that.
Good thing you have a shock carapace. Boo.
Dove, also give me a perception check as you're moving through the room.
A perception check.
Yeah.
Close to greatness.
Oh, that's like right on the line. No, all right, you get it. Yeah, as you're moving through the room, you notice what looks like that gun you have, except different.
It's another gun.
It's another gun.
Grabbing it.
All right, where is it? You now have a dual shot pistol. It fires 2 rounds before needing reloaded. And with that, your ammo, you find ammo for it, essentially any gun, putting you up to 14 bullets.
Dang.
I've
Gunslinger.
added that ammo to your inventory.
Let's go.
Alright, onwards.
Onwards.
Opening that, there are 2 what looks like tubs.
Oh.
Like they were baths of some kind, but they are not full of water. There is sand about 3 feet in them. Both of them. One with a very coarse sand, one with a very light and fluffy sand.
Are these?
It's a rock polisher.
Oh, I was thinking like a chinchilla bath or something.
Do we want to splash around in there for a little bit, see if there's anything hiding at the bottom?
I think I'm good.
Alright, that's fine.
Sand snakes, yeah.
Coming up to this door, it is locked with some sort of a pin and tumbler lock.
Ooh.
Are you good with this type of stuff, Uno?
I'm good with this type of stuff, is that what you said?
Are you?
Oh, I mean, I could hit it.
How big is the lock hole?
Oh, yes.
I mean,
Little
it's a
scorpion
keyhole, but yeah,
I
it's
mean-
a
That's not a size.
What about the door?
quarter centimeter? I don't know.
Could a scorpion go under the door?
Smaller than an inch. No, this door is sealed tightly.
So
Does this door open towards us or away from us?
Is the lock metallic?
Yes.
Could Scorpion get close in the magnet from the little baby?
I mean,
magnet?
it's essentially a refrigerator magnet right now, so
Yeah.
yes, your scorpion form could stick to it with the refrigerator magnet.
I was saying if he puts me next to it, would it pull the pins?
Oh,
We're
Does
defying logic.
you can try that, but no.
Does the door open towards us or away from us?
Away.
Ah.
Oh.
Wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Yeah.
Alright.
No one has lockpicks? I don't think anyone at the party actually has lockpicks.
I mean, of anyone, my guess would be Dove, but
Okay, well, you guys are figuring out that lock. Meanwhile, this worm seems to be not gaining on you, but holding pace. You guys seem to be running around the camp in a big, giant circle arc. Am I guessing?
No,
Do I have that right?
We headed straight for it, so we should almost be at the camp by now.
Okay, so you're headed straight back to the camp. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, with that,
freaked
you've got a
out.
giant sandworm chasing you. Yeah, you guys would be reaching the camp right about now.
Can you tell it to go at the castle?
And so Nala, hearing Alticles say that, is going to pivot around and, taking the advice of the crazy god in her head, she is going to order the worm attack and kill all dwarves and take down and crush any metal machines you find there, and she's going to point straight over to the castle. As
The
Alticles
worm,
says.
void of eyes, continues. No, go ahead and give me an intimidation.
Could have been better.
I mean, it continues following you, but it is not somehow incited by this. Give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Did not go as well did not go either as well at all.
This voice creeps up, seems to be burrowing deeper into your spine, and you just feel it say, "If you can't do this, I will."
Oh, sure.
And suddenly the worm accelerates pace, moving in the direction that you suggested.
All right. Wonderful.
I move faster to stay ahead of it.
Yes, you could outrun the worm at full tilt.
I'm gonna pivot around and yell at Alticles over him going faster. I'm not doing that again. I think that's a bad idea. And just get us back to Cortinius, Dove, and Uno. And I don't care if you run straight through the camp with me on your back. Just do it.
Alticles, when she says just do it, I want you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
I
Oh,
can't
no.
wait till Nala just starts abusing that. I already
How
see it
wise
happening.
am I?
Oh.
Alticles, you feel this power come over you for a second, and this urge to run faster than you've ever ran before, but you suppress it.
That was weird. What?
Nala is gonna remain silent and just like tap his back, basically. Like, hurry. But she's not gonna say anything else.
Are we back to camp yet? Are we close?
Yeah, we'll say you guys are running into camp right around now. Where are you guys tokens?
I pushed myself off
by
the
the-
edge.
Okay, yeah, just go ahead and drop yourself. Drop yourself. We'll just put you right in the center area. So, Alticles, I'm going to move you if that's okay. I'm just going to move you right to here, just for sake of. And then Nala, I'm going to drag you over right next to Alticles.
I got it.
Good. All right. So you guys are now entering camp on the. Nala, you're on the back of Alticles. There's a worm about 50 yards behind you. You got a good distance on it, but it is moving.
Can I? Never mind. I can't.
I have-
What I thought I wanted to do.
I have an idea. I want to set the whatever's the sandipedes. I want to set them free.
Okay.
The lizard dog things?
So you gonna head to the
Well,
cages?
first the sandipedes and then the cages.
Oh, you gonna head to the tent and then the cages? All right.
Okay. You guys
Yeah.
are not invisible, right? You guys are just rolling
No.
normally?
We're
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely no
Chaos
invisibility
about
here. Broom.
Just... Yay.
Okay.
Tent.
Running over the sandipedes, you've got a little bit of time before the find something to pick the lock with. You make it over to the sandipedes just fine. They're chained up pretty well. You guys could work to unchain them, but you don't have much time before the large sandworm gets to.
Can I use acid splash or my dragon breath to melt and break the chains?
Fuck yeah, you can. That's actually kind of badass. I love it.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, metal being notoriously weak to acid.
I'm gonna use.
Go ahead and just burn off your acid breath or whatever, and just drop it. The chains only have like 6 HP, so as long as you roll higher than a 6.
Or should I use my acid breath? Because I have a cantrip for.
Use your acid splash. Use the
I'm just
splash.
gonna save my dragon
In
breath.
case you break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just burn that off.
Yeah. So you need 6 HP worth of. Is this drag? Acid splash. Yeah. You hit it. There's two big chains. 3. All right. That's 8. You need to break the other one, which has 6 HP. Okay. So with that, it takes you about 20 seconds to break through it, and that's
And I'm
about how long
back.
it takes the sandworm to enter the town. The town begins to rumble, and one of the dwarves screams, "Ugh! Another worm! Everyone get ready!" As the large contingent of dwarves comes out armed and ready in formation. 2 of the other dwarves that were on the door run over to the mechs on the left side. There we go. Oops. You guys managed to break free the centipedes.
I'm schmoving over to the cages after we get that done.
Yeah, I was just sitting on his back firing the acid splash. I didn't even get off.
Yeah. We're schmoving. Where are these cages?
You're just gonna hit the button on the front. I'm yelling, buttons, 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 where are the buttons?
Boom. I can't climb.
I mean, up there is the mechs. These are the cages.
These are the cages.
Oh, yeah.
We want to hit
Button.
these and the ones on the other side, I think. Or at least these two
Okay.
are called.
Now,
I
as
do not
all
have
this
a
is
concept.
happening, how are you hitting these cages? What exactly are you doing?
There's the button, right?
Yeah.
It's
a quick release button.
Come up right next to it, and I'm just going to lean over and smack.
All right.
And then I'm just gonna keep running, I guess. Run to the other
Okay.
side.
We're just gonna
That's kind of the magical word I was looking for. As you keep running, the lizard dogs in there seem to be obsessed with the fact that you are running. That being the key issue. So your running has now attracted these things to, well, you.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
As guard dogs tend to go after whatever is running. So now you have two lizard hell dogs running after you.
That's fine.
Pop in the cage on the second one?
Yup.
Okay. Now you have 4 lizard hell dogs chasing you.
Cool.
I'm going to do something really stupid.
And?
I'm going to about pivot as I see them about to jump at us and snap out, "No! Attack dwarves!" and point towards the axemen that we're all compiling together.
Alright, give me an intimidation.
Okay.
Okay. As you say that, you feel this voice deep inside you go, much better. Altacles, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Great.
I'm not that wise, though.
Altacles, you have overwhelming urge to kill a dwarf now.
I will enter a rage.
Hey,
Okay, while that's going on, meanwhile, back in the castle...
I thought we were the ones causing problems.
They're doing their job perfectly.
No, we don't have Alticles with us. We're fine.
Dove, you find several material or tools that could be used to clean things or pick locks.
All right, yeah. We
Add improvised lock picks to your... Okay, moving over there. It is your dexterity modifier, essentially. So you need to roll, it's a 5-pin lock, so you need to roll 5d6. 1s and 2s are failures.
Can I just roll a sleight of hand?
Sure. But it's 5d6 is how you pick these.
5d6
Yes.
plus, so no
Nope.
modifiers?
No, it's not a total number. It's those are how many pins. 1s and 2s are you failed to rake that pin properly.
Okay.
Has anyone here actually picked a lock before?
You
Yeah.
said 5 of them?
Yeah.
you have to continuously do it.
Okay. As you're sitting there, you've got all but 1, so you need to re-roll one of those. That one is just not cooperating. What is your dexterity modifier? 2.
Plus
Okay. Don't fuck up. You gotta re-roll that last one. You're looking for a 3 or higher. And as she's doing this, you just hear Dove, fuck, click! Fuck yeah!
Go, let's go!
As the lock
Awesome.
opens.
Let's go.
So cool.
As you walk in, immediately, all of your invisibility fails, and suddenly you hear a ripping sound as the scorpion pops out of
No.
the shirt that was once Cortinius's. Or not Cortinius's. Cortinius rips out of Uno's shirt. And there's a heavy mouth breathing of... I knew someone would come for this. Behind him is some sort of what looks like an orb, similar to the Palantir, but somehow more intricate, more ornate, held in what looks like 3 talons. And it's sitting on a small mantelpiece, held aloft by 3 what looks like eagle talons or dragon talons. His mouth breathing is almost frothy and cringeworthy. He smiles. I have waited so long to prove myself. You see, they left me there in the Warriors' playground. They left me for so long. They said 10,000 days. I counted to 10,000. And then I counted again. And again. I kept counting to 10,000s. You don't know what it was like just living under the water. You can't call that living. All I knew was the feeling of the water. Well, I'm very excited about this. And he lunges at the person closest to him, being Dove, swinging what looks like a longsword.
Is he holding metal? Because I have a giant magnet again.
Oh, yeah, I guess you would.
I'm holding a giant magnet here.
As you revert to normal size, the magnet pulls Gresh's sword immediately out of his hands.
I'm so happy I'm just carrying this giant magnet around right now.
There's a heavy cling as this magnet, which weighs 150 pounds, by the way.
Yeah,
so
I'm not running.
Yeah.
I am.
Does pull the long sword completely out of his hands. I don't need that to kill you. And he grabs at Dove, trying to literally just choke you to death.
Well, that won't do.
I didn't program in martial arts to him, so Dove, you take 3 damage as he starts throttling your neck.
My HP didn't get reset with that long rest. Just heads up.
Done. All right, you're at 3 damage.
Okay.
Did your spells get reset with that?
I reset them manually.
That works. All right. So he starts just trying to throttle you as he is trying to choke Doug.
Fun. Get the fucking orb.
Yeah,
I got
Uno
him.
would be slipping past as soon
Can I
as that
grab him
happened.
back?
Yeah?
I want to double choke and just hold on to him so that they can get it.
Okay.
Okay.
Uno, you pick up the orb-looking structure.
Mage hand it with some moths.
Okay, you moth mage hand it without issue. Oh wait, you're mothing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the moths begin to, as they get close to it, they start to pop as if they're unable to interact with it directly.
It kills magic, Uno.
Rude!
Is it made of metal?
Yes, but not magnetic metal.
Damn.
Alright. Screw it. He doesn't want us to have it. I'm gonna take it! And grab it.
Okay.
With the sock.
It is not sock resistant, surprisingly. Dove, give me a contested strength check.
That's gonna be beautiful.
Dove's buff.
No.
You just gotta
Opposite.
believe.
Oh.
7 versus his...
3.
Well, 12. Yeah, he's got a better choke on you, and he is now choking you harder than you're choking him.
Can I set the ball down and go kick him?
Yeah.
I want to go help Dove.
Dropping the giant metal sphere.
just dropping it through the floor. I'm gonna set it. I'll set it down.
Set it down. Yeah.
On preferably on the ground. Yeah, I'm gonna go attack the person that's attacking my friend.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack.
Punch him to death, Court. Punch him to
Oh
death.
yeah. Pew pew. Well.
Yeah,
Ow.
that's gonna hit. You're gonna roll damage.
Gresh the Invincible, you say?
That's what he calls himself. As you hit him, Gresh, the Invincible,
that was-
falls to the ground.
I was gonna say that was the wrong damage die, but
Yeah, I know it was. But that was enough to kill him, and Gresh
Wow.
dies. Falling
Ah.
to the ground dead.
kick.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
The guy, like, while he was talking, it kind of felt like 10,000 days to me. Like, God, he was annoying.
Yeah, I think I know what he felt like.
As you say that, you hear a and Gresh's spirit seems to come out of his body in an ethereal state. That ethereal state looks very similar to the original, but very different at the same time. Roll initiative, as you have killed Gresh, the Invincible.
As one does.
'20s, his, yeah. So Gresh,
Good for him.
the Invincible, is going to oops, let me reset his initiative. Yes, Sandy does beat you guys. He is going to first run in his ethereal state through Dove, then through Cortinius, and move around to face off against Uno. Dove and Cortinius, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Attack of opportunity too, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cortinius and Dove,
Wow.
as he runs through you, you immediately feel your lungs fill with water and you're
Is it-
completely
Magic.
Go ahead.
Is this a magic effect?
It is.
Okay, I have magic resistance.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll that.
Nope, even worse.
Okay. As he runs through both of you, you are unable to speak. You're unable to breathe, as it's almost as if your lungs have completely filled up with water. You achieve the poison state, but are unable to speak, so any spell that requires verbal components, you're unable to cast. And you are essentially, like I said, essentially poisoned for now. Gresh faces off against you, Uno, but that was his action. And he has no bonus action at this time. What are you doing, Dove?
So if it says both verbal and somatic, that means I have to use both, or it's either or.
It's both.
It takes
Both is my understanding. Oops, I just poisoned you twice. Why did I not shift to Cortinius?
Can I just do a simple dagger attack at him as he ran
Sure.
by me?
Sure. I mean, that can be your attack of opportunity.
Yeah, can I do my attack of opportunity and then do a crossbow attack?
Sure. That's gonna miss. As it just barely misses his AC.
Oh, it did it as
Disadvantage because you're
Because-
drowning. Yeah.
But that would have been before he ran past me, or no? I don't
guess
know.
no.
Never mind.
Go ahead. Throw the damage at him. Because the first one would have been a hit. As the piercing blade, it just goes right through him. There's a little bit of his essence that seems to be damaged by it, but not as much as you would hope.
Yeah. For my attack, I'm gonna do a crossbow.
Firing that crossbow, unfortunately, just the panic of drowning has just taken you over, and you are freaking out.
Do I make another save on my turn or no?
No. Cortinius, you're up unless Dove has a bonus action that she'd like to play.
No.
I think I got skipped there.
Oh yeah, you are. Sorry about that.
Uno is going to tuck and roll past this
Okay.
little specter.
Okay.
And get over to Dove and Cortinius and touch the orb to them, hoping to draw whatever magical effect this is out of them. Assuming that it is.
As you touch that orb to them, they start coughing up water, but it doesn't seem to fix anything. It's as if there's actual water in their lungs somehow. Making that tuck and roll away from Gresh, he makes his attack on you with disadvantage for some reason. And he still hits you as you take 2d6 plus 4 necrotic damage.
I think it's because I'm still invisible.
Sounds about right. Regardless, you take 10 necrotic damage and your HP is reduced by 10 as he pulls the very life force out of your body and adds it to his own.
Lime, Uno then draws an arrow in Rhyme Shatter and is going to fire away. But first, I guess, yeah, he would bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on.
Okay, I'm going to say bonus action, but touching the orb to them both would have been your action.
Ow, alright. Then that's all.
Yep. Cortinius, you are up as you are slowly drowning in your own lungs. What are you going to do?
So we have disadvantage to hit. Are we allowed to move?
Yes.
Okay. Court is gonna move over here and start
And?
trying to push the magnet ball out of this room. Because
Okay.
I want to get to where I can use magic again, possibly. And we can't do that in this room, so as far as I know. So I'm gonna try and get the fuck out and get away from him.
Okay. Pushing it, you can make it about that far.
I can push 240 pounds. And I'm carrying 80, so I can
That far.
push it with ease.
Yeah. And it is rolly, but even still, I figure that's about 30 feet of movement.
Yeah. That's my movement. I will. I don't know. Key points don't count as Do key points count as magic?
You could try it.
Well, I will action dash to try and get out of this room.
Key points do not
No,
count as magic.
Bonus action dash. Sorry.
I
is
gotcha.
what Key point lets me
Key
do.
points do not count as magic.
Cool. Marking step of the wind. There we go. Would I feel like I'm far enough away? I feel like I'm gonna try it. Can I shape water to pull water out of me as my cantrip action?
Well, you're pushing that thing. That's your movement, and then your
I used
dash.
the
Oh, you
movement
key
and a
point dash.
bonus
Okay,
action.
yeah, you could try it.
Can I attempt
Give me an Arcana.
cantrip shape water? Arcana check. Where's my Arcana?
Well, Arcana versus his spell save DC. So you're trying to outcast him, basically.
Oh, I have terrible Arcana. What? Oh.
No, should not have been disadvantage, but I saw
Well,
an 18 up there.
Plus
So
18.
you are now able to pull the water out of your own lungs and breathe again. You are no longer drowning.
Hey,
Gresh takes his turn.
in
And
case
cast-
it matters, the water puddle drops into that little sand pool.
And ruins his little sand pool. He casts Dark Smite on himself, moves over to Uno, and makes a Drain Life attack again. Which, even with the disadvantage, that totally hits.
I'm gonna go ahead and use silvery barbs to have him re-roll that.
All right. Well,
And I'm gonna give Dove the advantage.
Lot going on there. I'm going to go ahead and take off your invisibility. I'm going to 26. You're at 10, so I'm re-rolling that one. He misses.
Huzzah!
Yeah. Dove, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. With what?
A pistol.
Okay. The first shot misses. You are able to take a second shot if you're using your dual shot.
I don't have it. Oh, there it is. No, I'm using the other one, so I can't.
Fires and misses.
Let me use my favored by the gods and add 2d4 to that.
Okay. That hits.
Okay.
You're going to roll damage on him. Pew! As the fire hits him, his ethereal presence starts to fade, but the bullet itself went through it like it wasn't even there. There was a lot going on that one.
I love the different damage types happening there. Partially resistant, vulnerable, partially absorbed.
That'll be my turn.
Not moving?
Let me try and move out of the room. If I can. I should
Yeah,
have
that's
enough
about as far as you can go, and you are drowning. Give me a Constitution saving throw. That's enough. You're good. You're not frightened of freaking out as you are drowning in your own lungs, but you are coughing up water horribly. With that, it'll be Uno's turn, but we're going to pause just for a minute and move outside as there is absolute chaos as we have a centaur with a dragonborn causing all sorts of havoc as dogs are now being sent against the team of dwarves. Suddenly, there is absolute pandemonium. 2 dogs attack one of the dwarves. 2 dogs go for the team of dwarves. The team of dwarves moves into action. They're taking command. Suddenly, all at once, there's a heavy... as bullets are flying. One of the dogs is killed. One of the dwarves is killed. One of the other dogs is killed. You guys are kind of in the middle. The centipedes start running. They're in the tents eating civilians. You hear the poor little gnomes screaming as their own centipedes are attacking them. What are you guys doing, Nala and Altaglees?
Hold on. Somebody is thrown into a rage, and I am sitting on someone's back. So,
Yup.
where somebody above me, or over there, has to go first before I figure out where I can do and what I can do. So I'll
I am going.
Where you're going.
I am going to try and this is like 10 feet, right?
Yeah, there's a ladder right there next to it.
Yeah. How high is it? Did you say it was like 10 feet?
10 feet.
I am going to try and jump that.
Yeah.
Can you jump 10 feet? Let's find out. Go
I
for
don't
it.
know.
Greatest
is that a
equestrian
strength check?
A running leap, yeah.
I mean, he's been running.
Isn't it like a running start plus your strength? So if he has high strength, he should be able to do a high jump.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna
Athletics,
take a
I
running
think.
leap. Okay. Athletics.
And Nala, also give me a, call it a strength saving throw to see if you can hang on. Oh, yeah, I'm going to give it to you. Say you fall off as he runs and jumps. That'd be real tough to hang on. I've never jumped a horse that was trying to jump 10 feet vertically, but I've done like 3, and it was terrifying. Nala, you fall in the sand, eating a bunch of sand. You're not injured, but you're a little embarrassed. You are now up on top, Altacles. What do you want to do?
Are they inside of the Guardians yet?
They have just gotten inside of their Guardians.
So would they have like the cockpit open?
Sure, yeah.
I'm gonna try and attack the dwarf inside the cockpit.
Okay, roll attack. Just
Ooh.
roll it on the board because the Guardians' AC is a lot higher.
Okay. So
Yes, always.
I'll go ahead and find my thingy. There we go.
Yeah, that's totally going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage on the board. And you have a probably second attack. Oh, go ahead and roll attack again.
Why do I have two? Oh, yeah, because that's half of that.
Poison damage.
One of that's poison. That. Yep. Okay. And then a second attack.
Roll damage. Okay, roll a third attack.
They should be getting +2 because I'm raging, also.
Okay. Regardless, roll a third attack as Nala's orders to you of attack a dwarf have infuriated and enraged you, almost as if you're hasted. And as you begin mashing this poor dwarf's head, Nala, you watch as Altacles, the normal gentle giant, is now just hammering what looks like a watermelon in there. That dwarf is dead. He's mush.
Joy. Nala is immediately gonna run to this little ladder and just shimmy on up that thing.
Meanwhile, Altacles is just... There's wet splashes coming out as his face is covered in bits of bone and dwarf.
Like, I think he's got enough, don't you think? Yeah. There's another one over
When she
there.
says, "Don't you think?" give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, no. No. No.
Hearing "don't you think" makes you start to think. You drop your rage, and you start thinking about what she is saying. Nala, you hear this heavy voice say, "Good, you're learning." So what do you two guys want to do as you hear the dwarves now engaging with the little hellhound lizard guys? One dwarf screams, another hound screams, several civilians scream as they're seemingly being devoured by centipedes.
Where's the worm?
The worm has now just entered town, and immediately it has eaten one civilian who walked out of the tavern to figure out what was going on, and is now moving towards the tents. A few seconds later, there is a scream as it seems to be pulling somebody in the tent under the sand.
Now that someone's thinking clearly, can I jump back on his back and tell him we need to get inside the castle?
I think you should get in this thing.
Oh, I'm not saying anything, but I'm about to like jump and I'm like pausing, and I'm like, I give him a question and look. I'm not saying anything. I just kind of give him a head nod, like what?
I think you should get in this thing. I think. That's what you wanted, right?
I see what you did there. I love it.
Can Nala actually fit in that? She's like 6
It'd be a tight squeeze. It's designed for a dwarf.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the other guardian on the side has now become active and is now moving towards you and Altacles.
Alright, I'm just getting in the dang thing. Screw it.
Okay. Pulling out dead dwarf and covered in goop. Nala, give me an intelligence check with disadvantage, as you've never seen anything like this.
Mash them buttons.
Intelligence saves or
just normal intelligence. It would be, I mean, there's no, like, use mechanic. Oh, yeah. Yeah, your arms fit into some things and some other stuff. There's even a little bite switch. Yeah, it starts walking in a general direction that you want.
I'm gonna start walking out, I guess.
Okay. Now, again, there is another guardian just to your right that has become active. What are you doing as you notice this?
Well, I'm gonna. Well, what all do I have? Can I just point one of the arms in that direction and then try to press a button and see what happens?
Okay, you do that. And between you and the guardian is Altacles. You fire a...
No,
Give
he's
me a
around in the
D6
back.
roll. Give me a D4 roll.
Oh, just. I'm doing it over his head. Aren't I like a tall robotic creature?
No, these aren't that tall.
Oh,
The other ones
no.
were tall. This
Oh.
one is... Oh, you got lucky. Yeah, firing an arrow volley. The minimum range is 30 feet. So Altacles is completely unharmed as the shoulders open and dozens of arrows fly out. The other one is hit by the arrows, taking... but it would be resisted, so it takes 10 damage as you pepper it with arrows with many ting 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 as they seem to dent off the armor, but doing some damage.
I'm going to jump down and take it
Okay,
towards the
give me
door.
an athletics with disadvantage as you don't know how to jump in this thing.
That's fine. Can I use my acrobatics since that's...
Sure. It's okay. It's not seriously damaged. It takes a little bit of damage in that, but you're able to jump down that hill. Altacles, what are you doing as this thing has just fired over your head? The other one seems to be revving up for some sort of destruction.
I think I'm going to... Is there another one, or is there just two? Is there any other-
There would be a third one in this over here.
And is that moving or not?
It is not moving. There is no one piloting it.
I don't see the third one.
It's not on the
I want
board,
third.
but it would be in this third thing over here. I'm going to drop a marker on it. So square would have one. Circle would not.
I'm gonna run to it
Okay.
right here. And I'm gonna
Okay.
try and just and smash the cockpit. Like just
Okay. Roll attack with advantage.
bang it to it.
Yeah. You smash into the cockpit. Go ahead and give me a couple of damage rolls. Give me 3 damage rolls as you're just going ham on this thing. Now, the poison damage obviously doesn't do anything, but yeah, you're able to start doing some real damage to the innards of this thing. It would make it, yeah, that would make it pretty difficult to use, but not completely unusable. Meanwhile, the other one is now able to get to where you are. It instinctively moves into position and fires on you. Give me a dexterity saving throw against its flamethrower attack.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I get an advantage from danger sense.
Okay.
So, dexterity saving throw. Here we go. Woo!
Unfortunately, you take 25 damage as even with your danger sense, not quite able to get out of the way, and you are now engulfed in flames, meaning you need an action to douse yourself out as you are slowly burning. You'll take 1d6 damage until you put the fire out per turn. All right, let's go ahead and switch back to the whole Gresh group, who is over here making a mess of things. Leaving the room, you have 2 people out of the room. We are now to the top of the order. Gresh is going to face off against you, Uno. He is going to cast Bane on all three of you by moving. What's that?
For top of the order, you skipped Court.
Yeah.
Did I?
I had
shit.
my last. I was last in line.
Okay. All right, Court, you're up.
Well, Uno
it
should be too.
Uno and then me.
Okay, Uno, you're up. My mistake.
Okay. Okay, Uno knows that the orb is what was causing, or it assumes that the orb is what was causing this magic field.
And
So
who
he's
has
not-
the orb?
I do. So he's not going to
Okay.
chase after these two. He's just going to go ahead and fire an arrow at Gresh.
Okay, that'll be with disadvantage.
Oh, sorry. Well,
That'll work, Stu.
that'll do it.
Pew!
Meant to do that. And then that's all he's going to do. Because he doesn't want to move. He got slapped the last time.
Okay. Cortinius, you're up.
I'm going to briefly look at Dove and go, help you or him? Just seeing if she wants me to.
Dove,
pull
do you
water
want to
up.
use your reaction to try to respond?
I'm just gonna point to myself.
Your what?
I mean that's not like a whole reaction is pointing to myself. Yeah. If talking is free, could
As you're trying to blob, spitting up water and Panicking.
Or shape water out of Dove, then.
Arcana versus his spell attack. Not quite enough.
I tried. I'm gonna then try and get between Dove and this guy.
Okay.
Making sure the giant thing stopped rolling before I walk away from it.
Yeah, because otherwise it would fall into the sandpit.
Yes.
Looking at you, Uno, the dark ethereal wraith just looks deep into you and goes, "There's something about you I just hate." And he makes his nat 20 on his life drain attack.
Silver
You're
bucks.
gonna-
I don't want to get hit with a
it's a new
freaking
round.
crit.
I just quitted twice in a row.
Oh no!
Boom!
Silver barbs this bitch.
I'm gonna give myself that advantage.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, as you take 24 damage, your HP is reduced by 24, and seemingly it is added to his life.
Like that.
Um,
Love it.
That's all you can do. Dove, you're up.
I can't do anything. I'm going to shoot at Tim.
Okay.
That's the best thing.
Roll attack. Pew! That's going to hit, actually. Go ahead and roll damage. It does some damage, but not as much as you would hope with his ethereal presence.
All right, that's all I got.
Uno, you're up.
This orb, about how large is it?
About 18 inches high.
I'm just gonna try to snap one of these talons off.
Okay.
Just try to break it.
Give me a strength usage.
Like smash it on the ground.
A strength usage.
Whatever it is, it's not going to matter. You
That
can
should be with advantage because
even still,
yeah.
This thing is a magical item. You can't just break it with your hands. I mean,
he doesn't know that.
yeah, I know. I totally get it, but yeah, it wouldn't matter.
And seeing that's pretty useless. I can't really escape with it. So catch, and Uno's gonna chuck it over toward Cortinius.
Okay.
He holds on to it. He's just trying to not even necessarily throw it to Cortinius, maybe even just like through the doorway to get it out of here.
Can I dodge out of the way of it and let it
Yeah.
go through the door?
Sure.
I'll catch it.
It's going to land over here. Okay, Dove, give me a sleight of hand. You're looking for a 10 or higher, so you'll have no problem catching it. Little problem. Very little. I mean, you're drowning, so yeah, you catch it just fine.
Am I still poisoned?
Yeah.
Or does the spell drop because I'm holding it?
Doesn't drop. Your lungs are actually full of water.
Okay.
No,
Also,
anything else?
think I might die. That's all right. I've lived a good life.
Doing anything else, Uno?
No.
Holding position. Okay, Cortinius, you're up.
All right. I am trying to click on myself and not the door. I can't get to myself. Okay, there we go. I'm going to run around him
Okay.
to get away from the magic field. I want
Okay.
to be able to. I want to be like down here. And I want to shoot necrotic touch at him.
Okay.
Oh, seriously?
Does not hit.
God damn it. Alright, I'm going to key point patient defense
Okay.
and just like yell at him, trying to get him away from Udo.
What are you gonna yell?
Pick on someone your own size, coward!
Yeah, it's not gonna do anything.
I don't care. I do.
All right. With that, seeing as how he is no longer by the orb, he's gonna cast Bane on all of ye.
Well,
Everyone, give me a Charisma saving throw.
I have advantage because magic resistant.
Well,
Oh, you're baned. Dove, you're baned. So pretty much, oops. Somehow I picked up Uno instead of. I don't know how I did that. Sorry
Spinning
about that.
around a lot.
take me away.
What is happening here? All right. There we go. And Cortinius, you're fine. So he casts Bane. Dove, you're up.
Can I make myself vomit?
Roll Constitution.
Nat 20?
Sure. Even while baned, you manage to stick your hand up to your wrist down your throat and begin puking horribly. I'm going to say you're no longer drowning, but you're going to lose your action and bonus action as you are vomiting profusely.
I'm gonna flip him off while I'm doing that. That'll be my
I mean,
turn.
you're flipping him off, but that hand is halfway down your throat. Uno, you're up.
I have two.
One's holding an orb.
Uno's gonna, now that he is no longer in this field, going to cast Inflict Wounds on this stupid, ugly idiot.
Okay. And Uno's gonna miss.
Don't like that. Stay put.
Okay, staying put. Cortinius, you're up.
Trying it again. Trying chill touch at this dude, if I can find him on the map. Oh, come on, come on, come on.
Okay, it's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage. He
Okay.
can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn, and he has disadvantage to attack anyone other than me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, disadvantage against me. He can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Sure. Okay. I mean, he's at beyond full life, so he's totally fine.
Well, he can't take any more.
All right. He is going to use his bonus action to cast Dark Smite again. And he's going to go for a basic attack against Uno.
Cooler
Is
if he
that a
didn't.
concentration spell or no?
Dark Smite is... Yes, it's a concentration spell.
All right, Bane drops then.
Yes, it does.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm a drop this orb and run.
Gonna drop the orb?
I'm yeah.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, we're going to flash to outside. All right. What are you guys doing as one of you has smashed the the cockpit? The dwarves on the right have now organized their platoon, killed the dogs, and are moving in. There's a sandworm that has already eaten one person and seems to be moving towards the tent. But now it has taken the notice of the large, slow-moving team of dwarves, and they're about to face off. The large guardian has ignited our centaur friend on fire. Nala, what are you doing?
Nala is trying to make this machine move forward to where it's in front of the door, the main entrance, basically.
Okay. Yep, you're able to do that just fine. Altacles, you are... Go ahead. And?
So, I wasn't sure how far I could get, and then how much distance I have on my...
That's about it for normal.
Is there any distance on range attack? Like, can I attack the pack of dwarves in front of me or try and fire arrows at them?
You can start pressing buttons. Okay, give me a D4. Yeah, a bunch of arrows do fire.
Hey.
And as they fire for the second time, you feel a click, 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 as if you're out of ammo. But several of the dwarves are hit by these arrows. They don't seem to like that very much. Altacles, you are currently burning. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm not inside it, so I'll just can't dash for free, but I can move about 60 feet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to jump off the wall.
Okay.
And do like a stop, drop, and roll while I'm jumping.
Movement and action, yeah, no problem. You're able to put the fire out, and you do take 1d6 on your upkeep. 3 more damage, but
and then I'd like to use my max movement to just get away from the thing and regroup.
Okay, so that would be your max movement, or actually right about there, with a jump and stop, drop, and roll. Unless you can't move for your bonus action, can you?
I cannot. No.
Okay, then that'll be your max.
Start raging as a
yeah,
bonus
you can rage
action.
again.
So I'll do that. I'll rage.
All right. With that, Dove, as you dropped the orb, you suddenly understood so much more of what was going on, and you realize you have to get Nala out of here. It is that important. The orb gives you a temporary teleportation power, and you immediately go outside, appearing just behind the Guardian, screaming to Nala, "Nala, we have to get out of here now. Let's go."
So Nala is going to immediately listen to Dove, because Dove's her friend. She trusts Dove, and she's going to disengage after having fired and kick open the back and pop out and stand in front of Dove and be like, all right, let's go. Where are we going?
All right. She's going to grab your hand and start running out of here.
I'm going to follow right behind her.
As you guys are running, she goes, "We have to get off of this plane. We have to get out of this part of the Fey realm immediately." Lost my train of thought. Altacles, what are you doing as you see Dove and Nala just hightailing it out of there, running past the worm and the dwarves?
Is there any dwarf on our way out?
No, just 2 centipedes who have blood red tentacles coming out, or blood red mandibles coming out.
I would fucking attack something. So
Okay. There's a giant centipede right there. It just kind of moved you to it.
So I will use part of my movement to attack to get to the giant centipede.
Okay.
And make both of my attacks against it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll those attacks against it. You've lost
think I
your
would
hasted
use-
ability that Nala gave you temporarily.
And I would probably reckless attack.
Nice.
So I crit on 6s. Or on 19s.
Gotcha.
Words are hard. That's not a
Not a crit. Not a crit.
That's not okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll
That's
damage
crit.
as you're smashing into this poor, confused centipede. As you and Dove run past the second centipede, can you give me a stealth check, Nala?
Yeah.
Nice. You guys managed to run past it just fine, and as you start approaching the outside, Dove goes to you, look, this place isn't safe. You don't understand what they're trying to do with Lord Oberon. We need to take you somewhere safer. I have an idea. Are you ready?
I would also like to use the rest of my movement to go with them.
Okay.
So
You'll take an attack of opportunity from the centipede, which will miss.
no, I won't.
Oh, no. Mobile.
No, I won't.
You do not.
All right.
You do not touch me.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
As you guys are running, as the three of you are now running out of there,
Sprinting away.
Altacles gaining on you both. Dove goes, okay, there's only one place we can go.
All right, I'm listening, Dove. What's got you so rattled all of a sudden? This whole thing isn't crazy.
And as she holds your hand, she just looks at you and goes, don't worry, you'll be happier here. And Altacles, you watch as Nala disappears. And as Dove turns not into Dove, but into Emil, who is actually Titania, the Titan of the Fae. And with that, I think we're going to have to end the session tonight.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, Dove's gone. Nala's gone. Altacles is fucking wrecking shit. Uno's gonna die. Cortinius is gonna have to carry my limp body back to who knows where.
Got no idea how to get out of this castle.
It's good. It's good.
Motherfucker.
Have a good night, guys.
Everybody. Oh my god.
Bye, everyone. Tune in next time for Death and
Whether we
Destruction.
live or not.